Air right here is two of the ones that we kind of need to have our eyes on for strong performances because Garnet's.
Halo teman-teman ya, welcome back to the live stream hari ini. Kebetulan aku belum di Jakarta, tapi aku masih di Bandung dan di tempatnya Bang 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 Bandung. Tes. Suara apa ya itu? Tes. Tes. Suara apa ya itu? Tes. Tes.
Nggak mungkin anjing. Rio tolong.
Halo guys. Halo, sorry guys. Sorry orang goblok guys ya.
Anjing.
Sorry. Ayo kita tonton guys ya. Kita bisa ya guys ya. Aman. Cek.
Makanya kan nggak ada yang salah tapi kok bisa
Cek. Suara ada aman ya, udah ya. Nah, udah nih. Baru nge-stream di rumah orang, masa ngerusakin PC orang, guys. Aneh-aneh aja kalian ya. 1-0 aja nih, Bos.
I mean, I think that was just Paperrex.
Tadi gue muter YouTube, cuy. Goblok banget anjing.
Dia nonton streaming dia sendiri.
Iya. Tadi kan gue mau buka live chat kan.
Iya.
Gue buka aja autoplay kan. Sampai jalan, guys.
Mindfreak with a good start. Now Mindfreak, one of the players on Paperrex that has been a little bit up and down this season.
Gue belum balik guys, saya nanya ya. Gue masih di Bandung ya teman-teman ya.
I think fans would love to see it.
Oke guys, kita lihat guys ya. Mindfreak 3 kill, 4 second 2 kill. Alright.
Good start here from the pistol round.
Ini
Let's see how
cepet
it
nih 2-0 nih.
continues. Now Paperrex is going to head towards the A site, which you guys will know. Everybody on the side of Talon is sitting in the spawn.
Lah, ngapain tuh, Cok? Di spawn berlima.
And just waiting. I hope there's no issue or anything like that.
Hah?
Looks like
Streamer cek nggak baca chat. Sabar jangan malah bos. Nyalakan ya. Cek. Oke, aman.
maybe.
Jangan bacot ya,
I mean, I think maybe they're just saying we're not going to fight it. Maybe they missed something.
Anjing ada lagi di situ, apa lagi?
At the beginning of the round here, yeah. So just Jim Boy's watching after his teammates. We'll find out afterwards if there was something going on here or not. But either way, the game continues for the time
muka lu bang nggak boleh emang kenapa nggak seneng? Lah nggak diajak di e-sport ke Bandung bang, jajak cok kan gue harus nobar dulu, harus watch party dulu guys ya. Sabar dong.
Something is sniffing this
out.
out.
Banget bang, kenapa sih nggak seneng?
Gonna push out here. He might get in a bit of
Lagi
trouble
di rumahnya
himself.
siapa bang? Lagi di rumahnya streamer ini guys, streamer
It's the
kecil.
perfect timing. Garnets will get one, and Fox picks up a second. So couple of kills.
Kenapa ini? Kenapa nggak di timeout ya?
Foxes will go down.
Well, given how that round started with Talon, I think they got a lot more kills.
Guys, aman ya guys ya, suara aman semua ya.
Thanks to Paperrex pushing out. Paperrex isn't going to feel too bad either. I mean, something was still just keeping on that Ghost as well. So,
iya, jadi kan
too lost.
dia ngerekam suara diri YouTube juga ya
for Seagate. So,
yeah, there were 3 players that brought in Ghost to the second.
Makanya keterangan bang, biarin guys, biar kayak ini guys, biar kayak Nabi.
Saving some creds and you'll see a operator on round 3 for something. He has come to play
adalah pokoknya rumah YouTuber di Bandung gue rampok nih kayak bentar lagi.
In their bonus, you're gonna buy down to an operator. I mean, something wants to set the tone from the get-go. I'm just gonna say it like it is. This is an ego play, all right? I mean, not many players will have the confidence to do this, but something says, well, you know, Talon, they're just another team. Like, that's how he talks about Valorant. If you listen to his interviews, he says, well, I haven't changed. I'm playing on a new stage, but I'm still playing the same video game, so... You know, why does that matter? Well, we're seeing that confidence show up here.
Keputihan bawel, sumpah bawel. Nggak tahu, gue juga emang nama putih kali. Dilahirkan Tuhan begini gue cuy.
Yeah, and I mean, speaking about the map as well, it's Pearl, so you have this long B-main kind of alleyway, so this is one of the better maps to kind of go for something like this. Although I do agree
banget Mindfreak, let's go. Mindfreak dapat 1 dari mid, kita lihat saudara. Peripherals Davai mulai menyetap dengan flashnya 1. Oke, Davai dapat 1. Oke, Jing dapat 1. Kita kayaknya akan menang 2-0 dengan mudah teman-teman ya semua ya. Easy 3-0 kayaknya teman-teman ya. Suara caster kegedean bang, komentator kegedean bang. Kayaknya pada bacot banget ya. Allah.
Just that time we saw Mindfreak with the great lurk. I mean,
suara kegedean, seorang ini kegedean, semuanya kegedean.
Killjoy here on Pearl, he was the one really digging deep into the map this time. Mindfreak taking on that role again here on
Tuan
the
rumah mana bang? Tuan rumahnya lagi makan ini guys, keluar lagi makan.
That he could already be planted in. Kind of lackadaisical as he tries to provide backup through B.
Cina nge-gym nggak bang? Olahraga biasa sama bang Winda.
And also the way that they targeted B Hall, I mean, you can tell at Paperrex they're not taking any chances. In fact, they're in some ways they're playing much less chaotic than they do oftentimes against other teams, as crazy as that sounds. Because while we're waiting for the spike to go off, if you think back to what happened in that round, once they were on that site, as they target B Hall in the back of the site, Jing flashes into Hall, but he doesn't push in. He has teammates providing crossfire across at an angle, and that completely ties up Jit Boys. And he doesn't know where to look. Once he gets tackled a little bit, he's afraid that Jing's still going to push him, so he goes back to look at Hall, at which point Jing is now wrapped around through the site. Just a great bait and switch there.
Yeah, so now PRX, they pick up the bonus rounds. They also already have lockdown available because Forsaken has 6 kills. As we talked about, the lurk started with that, the push, very methodical.
Gila, kita bonus roundnya menang
very
sih.
clean rounds goes the way of PRX.
We are perhaps looking at the beginning of what an ideal speed run.
Gue nobar dulu guys ya, yang gue nobar dulu lah 2 map lah guys. Ini 2-0 guys. 2-0 terus gue mau cabut lagi nyusul teman-teman gue guys.
You're gonna get run it back potentially this round. That's gonna open up another site.
Buset.
Oh, and something just pushes through the harbor wall, picks his head off here,
Buset,
and Mindfreak just hanging around in mid plaza, just picking people off one by one. He gets the first as he'll be hanging around the doorway here, and the push is clean as something is in with the shorty. He doesn't even need to use his operator. As now, this site is free. As of course, not a big buy here for Talon, of course, after spending everything in the last round, but still, the dominance continues as Mindfreak sees
buset, Mindfreak nih, the real smoker of Indonesia nih bos ya.
his free kill.
Yeah, Mindfreak definitely looks a lot more
Bang, yang lain lagi jalan-jalan guys, gua ada kerjaan nih. Kerja dulu bos ya. Makanya Paperrex tolong lah, ngerti lah, ini lagi di Bandung nih. Tolong Paperrex lah, menangkan lah ya 2-0 langsung ya, nggak pakai lama ya. Jangan dilebih-lebihin, tolong ya. Tolong saudara-saudara ya.
I mean, something to have the confidence to push through. Now, I mean, that cascade coming out.
Kira-kira 2-0 aja guys, kira-kira guys.
13-0 bang, biar cepet, amin. For a spot near the ult orb on A main. They've got shorter weapons,
13-0 kali biar cepet ya.
or whatnot. So, I mean, it's no surprise that something expects someone there, but the fact that he chooses to go out, having faith that even if he gets taken out, you know, someone else will trade for him, and maybe it would have been Jing who would have then gotten the run back right away. They would have still broken up the site.
Yeah. And
komputernya PC-nya 2 buat head namanya beda soalnya.
Something gets in, picks up 2 kills on the round, and continues with the dominance here, 4 rounds in a row to the side of Paperrex. Now,
Bang Upi mana bang? Bang Upi lagi makan keluar guys.
You know, of course they didn't have to use the lockdown. They have run it back as you mentioned before.
Ini negara apa bang? Negara Indonesia. Thailand nama ini guys lawan Paperrex dari Singapura. Tapi di Paperrex-nya ada 2 orang Indo teman-teman ya. Agak terlalu terang tuh bang. Udah nggak apa-apa lah guys. Udah jangan bawel.
It is fairly easy to plant as well. I mean, it takes so much effort to hold on to the site. Now, Jimbo's trying to wait as long as possible. He expects the operator is trying to draw out the shot, but now he's going to get trapped in by the hot hands.
Oh, God. He is just in the corner. He actually finds a nice little nook here.
Yeah.
A little bit of spray, but at the same time, as you mentioned, it gives them the plants, right? And this is not going to be an easy retake here for Talon. Let's see how they attack it.
Tolong PC bang, terus balik Jakarta bang, jangan lah. Terang banget bang, apa-apa sih udah sih bawel. Gua nyetapannya males nyetapnya cuy. Aduh.
Alright, well, they're able to take out the run it back as divided they are, as trying to get this defuse off, but pushing in is Forsaken, picks off 2. And right here in main, they are just spraying on through. Pat does not have a chance, picks off 1, and that is all. And he will pick off. A couple of guys are taken out on the side of Paperrex, but they continue 5-0.
Tempat Upi bang, iya ya kan aku lagi di Bandung guys. Ini Corsair emang begini guys ya. Ini bakal jatuh nggak sih? Guys, Corsair malah mau begini ya. Itu bakal jatuh nggak kira-kira?
You know, being able to draw out some time, maybe get the half diffuse ideally, but obviously they were ready to try to trade as soon as it goes down. They expect it to be broken, but here's the thing, I wonder if it was worth that, right? Why not put the high tide closer to really ensure that the half is done while the boat is up? I mean, perhaps, you know, they have better ideas in mind if they got initial trades. They knew that at the end of the day, you have to get
suara lu kecil bang, emang kecil suara gua guys. Kurang kecil apa sih? Udah penuh loh.
B-side it's a bit of a kind of thorn in the side here for a lot of defending teams, right?
Yeah.
And that's why
mana bang? Di Korea. Something lagi panas juga nih lumayan. Ini map ya, something tuh. Bang, banyak kamu kegedean bang, bacot.
They're now looking at a 0-5.
Yeah. Well, they dropped the pistol round. They lost the bonus. Talking about Talon here. And
anjing.
You guys can read that for yourself.
Nonton pakai PC dewa bang. Cok, pusing gua cok. Ngetapnya aja pusing guys sebenarnya guys.
Absolutely, you know. The next generation, perhaps Valorant 2 in the future. Who knows? And yeah, I mean,
Oke, kita lihat guys ya, sudah 5-0 sementara teman-teman ya. Paperrex sangat memimpin dengan 4 second 8 kill dan Mindfreak belum mati dengan 7 kill guys ya. Gila nih Mindfreak nih bos.
Yes. Forsaken has been farming Mindfreak 7-0.
Menetap sendiri bang, iya.
You know, even though the match overall is one-sided so far, I think still
Gue pun nggak ada tadi pun gue kan datang ya. Duh, thumbnailnya pakai thumbnail apa? Kan gue nggak ada foto ya, thumbnail gue di rumah ya. Udahlah pakai thumbnail Google 1. Setupnya PC 2, bingung kan? Bingung coy PC-nya 2 coy. Digabung gitu gimana caranya ya bikin PC 2 PC ini keren juga manusia ya. Putih banget bang, udah nggak apa-apa sih guys ah.
But I think that sequence right there on B long just goes to show how good something is, right? I mean, again, even with the opponents having weaker weapons, he doesn't take any chances. He's constantly jiggle peeking.
Cara bikin dia nggak putih gimana sih guys? Gue nggak tahu dah.
Sure, that he wins the duel no matter what. And now A's been broken open. I mean, this is looking rough because here's what's starting to happen. As Talon says, okay, well, B side, man, what are we gonna do? Maybe we gotta have backup come faster. Let's have the harbor nearby so we can draw even more time. But then, you know, obviously this was an eco, but I think it just goes to show if something's opening up the first kill with the operator every time, your homework is now no longer the site. It's now something, right?
Yang caranya sih cuy anjir. Ya gue udah deket bang gue ya, oke. Ada Bang Upi beneran nih guys. Pemiliknya udah ada, Bang Upi. Aku mau nyolong PC-nya Bang Upi ya, Bang Upi. Jangan pulang dulu deh Bang Upi, tunggu 1 jam lagi Bang Upi ya. Tunggu Bang Upi 1 jam lagi, Bang Upi balik. Nanti aku udah balik Bang Upi. Aku pengen bawa apa sih apa ini? Boleh sini.
You don't deserve to take him out. He'll just continue to stack up the kills.
Tahi lah.
And he'll be in a great spot. Now,
nonton kerja anjing. Nonton, jangan banyak bercanda Nonton jangan bercanda Malah malah bercanda. Aduh.
It's not like, oh, he's put in this big, you know, this.
Oke, kita analisis round sebelumnya guys ya. Kita bisa melihat bahwa round sebelumnya adalah Talon dengan eco round ya. Ya udah pasti Paperrex menang ya guys 6-0 gitu dengan skor sementara. Kita akan lihat di round ke-7 apakah Paperrex bakal mendapatkan kemenangan lagi di mana membuat ekonomi dari tim Talon membuatnya tidak punya uang ya guys ya. Kurang terang bang, facecam-nya udah nggak apa-apa sih anjing mau cahaya ilahi kayak mau ilahi kau terserah kau lah. Halo Hasan.
That they do, in goes something, but immediately
ngegas pakai hot hand sini cuy.
He's on the back of the site already. His
Cruz was
reloading. No, he's still gonna get the kill. Doesn't matter. Forsaken able to line up the operator kill as Pat picks up one, but lurking in art is Mindfreak. Seagate gonna spot him, and that will be enough as the site is cleared out. We saw from the eyes of Mindfreak thinking that was gonna be a big lurk, but actually Talon
jangan sawer guys, nggak usah sawer, nggak usah lah.
And the Seekers came in at the perfect opportunity. If you looked at the map movement before that, Talon had no idea about Mindfreak's position, but that one Seeker, the hero that Fox was relying on to get that information, and I mean, here's where that aggression doesn't pay off, right?
Kebetulan di Bandung tuh airnya bagus, guys. Di Bandung tuh airnya bagus. Jadi kayak kayak lu akan merasa gini, guys. Di Bandung tuh airnya bagus. Jadi kalau lu main di lu ke Bandung, guys, lu mandi. Lu berasa muka lu tuh putih banget, guys. Gitu, guys.
Oh, that timing though, it's right as
nah kan kalau gue liat muka gue, bang, muka lu putih banget bang. Ya karena gue mandi di Bandung, gitu aja. Ngasih tau aja gue. Mana nonton RRQ nggak bang? Kagak kan gue lagi di Bandung cuy. Bohong beneran, ngapain bohong sih kocak.
They spot an operator, they're like, actually, never mind. We're gonna go the other way.
Oh, and Cruz with great timing on that check as well. He's so aware that the only place that they don't have coverage of.
Oke, ini kalau kalah lagi sih jangan sih, ini bisa comeback sih. Dan kasih poin lagi sih, something.
To go to A, right? This was the entire setup from Talon. Constantly throw our operator and all of our utility to check for B link and B long. And then Paperrex will have to come to A. Can they win that first duel though, Talon? Yes, they can!
Well, they knew it was coming, and that's going to be that first duel. We do have the lockdown here.
Oh, they even expect this as well, yeah. They empty it out. I mean, Kojo is ready. Her stuff is still there. Just buying time.
Bang, lo bang, aku di sebelah. Link, sini Link. Lu nggak mau kesini, Link. Lu main Talon kan? Lu jadi analis gue dong sini.
Harbor ultimate thrown out as they know Device in there. And Jipboy is trying to get aggressive. He's gonna get that first shot with the shorty, but
Nice,
immediately
Joson.
gets stunned up and
Nice,
traded.
Jing. Jason Jing nih, bos. Bocil Kumon is
As
back.
well, he's got that run it back, and now he is going to run it straight on in.
But Mind Freak. Oh, this is all for Mind Freak. He gets the flank.
It is perfect timing, and now Pat, he is just trying to hold this together for the
Let's
team. Mind
go.
Freak on 20 health. As he's got time, not able to get it to halfway,
Aduh!
but the shovel shorty from range, as he only had 20 health.
Kagak kok kalah,
And it will
Cok.
be enough time. Talon will
Ya,
pick
padahal mau
up
5
a
juta.
second
Bacot.
round in a row.
Jadi kalah 2 round
A great clutch
berturut-turut.
up here from Pat, securing the operator as well for Garnett. And what a
Oke,
good
Upi
hold
OTW
here coming
balik.
out from Talon. I mean, just the awareness of
Upi OTW balik, guys.
what
Let's go.
debuffs or what health status do they have. These players getting these early kills with the shorty now. Initially, we do see
Sama
Jipboys go
David
down
aja,
from
si
the
David
side. They
ini
lost
anjir
control
katanya udah
of
nggak
Mind
lama main
Freak,
Valo.
the lurks are back, man.
Muka-muka kalau lebih putih bang, lebih kekejir comeback, nggak ngaruh, Dajal.
Amazing run to the grand finals last year. However,
Aduh, udah di itu, Cok. Oke banget tuh, guys, sumpah. Tuh kalau misalnya nggak mati, mati tuh sepatipan.
Yeah, this is so funny.
Kasih 2 aja, kasih 2 lah, udah jangan kasih lebih lagi lah, tolong lah. Paperrex, ngerti streamermu lagi jalan-jalan di Bandung ini, kenapa kau lama mainnya? Hello?
You can just spray him with the shorty if he's in closer. That's fine.
Whoa.
Look at this drawing. This is impressive.
Oh, lu pulang doang, gua belum pulang, cuy. Balik kapan, Bang?
Talon is back.
2024 dibilang baliknya.
They're trying to make it
2024 gue baru balik, guys. Soalnya gue mau setahun pengen belajar ilmu dulu sama Bang Upi di sini, guys.
Obviously, Paperrex, they have some room to lose a couple rounds, but I think they were just saying, you know, we're on the attacking side. We've got Phoenix. Let's make sure.
Oh,
we
gila,
close this
gila
first
pakai
half
iPad,
out
guys,
with
gambarnya,
solid
guys.
action.
GG, bro.
Jing is a
Nanti
big fan
CSGO 2 bakal main nggak Bang kalau keluar? Mungkin ya, guys. Bandung
Oh,
enak,
yes,
Bang.
we
Enak,
found that
soalnya
out.
gue mandi pakai air bandung langsung putih muka gue, guys. Kalian nggak tahu.
And there you go. Just combining your two favorite things. So let's see what's going to happen now. We do have the Blade Storm
Aduh,
available.
ini nggak
for
boleh balik lagi nih,
something.
duitnya kebalik, Cok. Ini kalau sekali lagi kelar nih,
As well
PX.
as Pit.
Udah 6 padahal loh.
No, Talon has such a good read on this. They expect something to double updraft to check for B, the operator on B, but something's not going to do it. He's just going to climb back out. The mind games back and forth.
Here.
It is pretty impressive as he's pushing in. Pat is pushing out.
Aduh.
Freak not expecting this as
But-
Pat is on a roll.
Here's the thing, that actually makes Talon less aware of something's position. The Viper's Pit is now out. Now, because of that, Talon will rotate, but will they know about something? Jipboys suspects that anybody could be sneaking into the site at any time. This is really up to Pat. Can he trade? Oh, no.
No, something's got the perfect angle. He's not going to wait for anybody else. Wants to get that first kill. Garnett's waiting with the operator. Hits the shot, even a headshot. Going to take out something here in Link, and that is a huge
Oke, 4 lawan 3 masih bisa, yuk.
now forced in is Paperrex onto the B site.
Yeah, they can buy time with the nanoswarms again. The plant's not going to happen anytime soon. Obviously, they might have to give up the plant, but Jipboys, as long as he holds on to this backside position, he'll buy time for the backup to arrive. He'll even get the spike plant.
Aduh.
Oh, that was beautiful. Just lines it up, even jiggles around the corner. Forsaken, though, trying to make things interesting. 1v3. Knows he's,
Let's go.
He's gonna take out
Bisa sih.
Garnett. Okay.
Ayo, kelas nggak sih? Kelas nggak sih? Kelas nggak sih?
Very interesting.
Kelas nggak sih?
20 seconds left to
Aduh,
stack,
itu
though,
kalau
and that's
kena-kena
gonna be
dia,
enough.
wih,
2v1.
ini mantep tuh.
They do take him out, and Talon picks up their third round in a row.
It started to get a little dicey, especially because it was Forsaken last alive. Anything could have
Duh,
happened.
jadi
However,
comeback nih,
Talon,
bos.
Just good discipline. I mean, Garnett does lose out on that duel.
Bang, mending istirahat dulu, Bang. Pucat-pucat muka lu. Nggak begitu, Cok. Nggak ada masalah gue istirahat apa pucat. Enggak, nggak ada masalahnya.
With some great awareness that he has to constantly check 2 angles. Here's the thing. That entire round,
bro.
Jipboys was constantly checking 2 angles.
Cok, 36 nih, Cok.
The whole round just
OP-nya
to make sure that
dikasih main,
B-side
guys.
was secure, and it pays off.
Yeah, it absolutely does.
Kok beda, Bang, tempatnya, Bang? Iya, lagi di rumah orang, guys. Numpang.
Finally, you see something here is going to
Terus
go
balik
for
kapan,
the
Bang?
Joker.
Selasa.
So maybe something a bit more aggressive.
Putih
He
soalnya.
does have the blade
Gue
storm
mandi pakai air
still.
bandung, tiba-tiba muka gue jadi putih begini. Kenapa ya?
Yeah, it just looks like he wants to balance their econ out for the next round.
Aduh, deg-degan gue, Cuk. Ini deg-degan gak sih, guys?
So,
Kalian dukung Talon apa Paperrex sih, guys? Gue tanya, guys, sekarang, guys. Kan bocil Talon apa bocil Paperrex, coy?
Keep control of it with the judge. We'll see if Jipboys falls to that or not. Oh, he's actually going to go right up to heaven.
Anjir.
And immediately he gets taken out. Although Jing's somehow gonna burn down Pat is
Aduh,
into the
kenapa masuk
backside. Crew's gonna hold this down. He takes out 2. As Forsaken He has been stacking up the kills himself.
Nice, Mindfreak dapat 2, gila kayak gimana?
And now, all of a sudden, Paperrex are back in control.
Now here's the thing, Talon, while they've been winning rounds, they haven't been keeping all their weapons, so this is a huge choice maker for Garnet. It's difficult with the operator, but you don't have any rifles you can switch to unless you go to Heaven. Now, if you go in and lose this, you're not getting it back.
Okay. This is getting pretty interesting. He does have a shorty. He's gonna spot.
That was a position of 1.
On the backside here, or actually that was Forsaken.
Yeah, but he barely misses it. Forsaken's already wrapped around the mind games again.
And they're going to go pretty handily in favor of Forsaken there, as it's really the kills already in 10 rounds played. They were behind on this take, but still, they were able to win it out.
Yeah, I mean,
lu nggak tuh Paperrex nih? Lu tau Paperrex kan? Gak tau kan?
Mindfreak peeks out at the perfect time to swing over up to Heaven as well.
Tapi jarang
really secured the round in my opinion. Paperrex fans happy to see that.
Berapa itu? Setengah tahun lalu.
Pretty nasty stuff from Mindfreak.
Lama banget anjir. Paling enak padahal mah bukan kayak enak badan anjir. Abis minum air Bandung jadi putih muka gua. David guys, bukan celing. Kasih cemilan mah gua, udah numpang gua kasih makanan, enak juga sini ya. Tinggal sini kali ya.
Now, lockdown and judgment available, so that's why they're trying to eventually shift over to A, but he's been caught. He's got to dash out, but even then he's slowed.
Okay, they're just spraying through. He is able to get away, but not for nothing.
Kamu nggak tahu diri mau gimana guys, namanya manusia hidup ya guys ya, dikasih kesenangan apa enggak gitu kan ya kan?
Yeah, but Paperrex remembers. They remember that round where they were funneled into A site.
Lagi berusaha manjat ya bang, iya nih. Gue tar tuh gue rakit datang nih, gue pengen manjat nih.
Their thought is if we can just force our way through B Link, this round is ours one way or the other. And they're gonna do it.
Bikin emosi anjing.
Something's getting in here pretty aggressively. Has the Blade Storm. He's gonna use it. Double updraft. Finds Cruz. Doesn't find the kill. Has a spam on through. Jing now getting aggressive himself. Has to run back, but he's gonna be taken out on that one. Garnet's with 2 kills now.
Kok mati 3 sih?
Now that one takes out Forsaken. Pat and the rest of Talon have been holding down the backside of B with 4 people.
Di dekat dia.
Oh, they're not gonna be able to land.
Satu jamnya berapa bang? Satu jamnya ini guys, tukar nungging 25 menit. Nanti makanya nih, udah berak tadi sih.
And both teams, I think, not willing to overlook.
Tinggal nunggu datang aja, gue ntar
Scrape's gonna 4th one now. Paperrex's idea was if we can take B-Link, we win the round. However,
Talon was kagak ada kan sana di Korea. Kan kalah lagi cuy, kenapa jadi kalah gini guys ya? Mau ke comeback ya? Nggak peteker apa defender sih?
I'm liking this change from Talon. Whatever happened in the timeout, they figured it out. They figured out why they were playing so messy in the first couple rounds, getting mowed down.
Tanda nih, kedapa yang ngekek apa ya?
Now they have a lot of map control.
Mau defender bang, yakin mau tackle apa defender sih? Tacker kayak sini. Defender sini. Bang, itu 1 juta aku kenapa nggak masuk ya? Jangan toxic nge-troll anjing. Pada bohong anjing. Kalau gue bilang gue nggak masuk Saweria, terus donat pada ngoceh. Ente 10 juta, ente 5 juta. Padahal kagak donnya juga. Bohong banget anjir.
Now, what can you do with that though? Because you're gonna have to
juga anjing emang biasaan.
And that's what they're gonna do. Otherwise, it doesn't provide value.
Something, I mean, he's going up against multiple people. He's taking shots from both sides. He still takes out Dip Boy's head, is aggressing now. Is Jing takes out Garnet. So the push will come in onto the A side.
Yeah, while something wasn't able to really secure it all on his own, he bought
4
so much
lawan 2
time
guys, masa kalah ya sih?
to be broken
Lo banget nih
open
tempat-tipan
by
nih.
Jing and the main force.
Wey, let's go.
Oh, great setup here for Paperrex.
Oke, flank 1, flanknya ada ini nggak? Telat Cruz dari flank teman-teman ya. Lagi di mana bang? Lagi di ini guys, di Bandung.
Man, the thing
Lautan
is
api.
just thinking back on how this round unfolded. This is the type of play that only Paperrex could do. You know what I mean? Like go in and at least get 1 kill and survive.
Kalau CP itu main berarti sini, main game.
It's like not many players will say okay to that.
Coba tahu gini bang.
Okay.
Anjing ya.
Buat Discord segede gini anjing monitornya. Gue aja 3 aja kecil-kecilnya bingung buat naruh apaan, buat apaan.
Ini monitor 5.
And they're going to be feeling pretty good about their position from here. Very
Oh,
curious
iya.
to see,
Kan ini
you
kagak
know,
kagak dua.
Paperrex, they looked great on the attack. They had many different kind of cheeky ways to aggress into Link and stuff like that. So, we'll see what
Wow, kiri
strategies
buat
they have here
cepetnya.
from the defender side.
Buset dapat 2
Yeah,
cuy.
curious to see what the defense looks like now. While I think Talon, they're not going to feel too bad about the 4-8 score.
Bawang Indah ada nggak, Bang? Bawang Indah nggak ada, guys.
They're imagining that they'll have a bit of an easier time on getting these plans over on the B side. Now you got to
Oh, di mana,
remember,
Bang? Di Bandung.
not only is there still a Killjoy on the other
Terus
side,
ada
but now
gubik
you've
sini.
got
Monitor yang ini.
that Phoenix
Error
as
emang
well.
ya?
The hot hands probably oftentimes will be
Kabarnya
synced
rusak.
up to combat the Cove, you know, for that plan. And Talon, the question is, can you draw that out, or can you make
Nomor
sure
di mana, Bang? Iya, iya, iya.
the Cove positioning to make sure you can plant safely? We'll have to find out.
Guys, yang mau dijawab minimal
Yeah,
join
it's gonna
membership
be
ya.
Kind of a fun mini game between those two ATs for sure. And yeah, I mean, definitely.
Kemarin kan gue ketemu
Paperrex
Bang, gue
some
belajar jadi kapitalis gimana
ways
caranya jadi
to
kayak gitu guys ya.
counteract on the defensive side. There's a lot to
Kenapa?
go over
Jadi ini
when
baca
it does come to this
Iya
half.
yang hijau.
Just to
Nah,
consider
bercanda, guys, bercanda ya,
positioning and
bercanda ya.
where they want to be attacking on
Bercanda
the
ya,
side of
guys.
your Talon.
Daripada kabur
You know,
lagi
how
anjing.
many times do we go for B in a row? Definitely something to consider.
Ada.
We got
Oh, yeah.
quite a few fans here on both sides
Oh
of
iya.
the
Oh,
audience.
makan bareng mereka ya
actually,
semua
both
ya.
Paperrex and Talon.
They flew here to support you.
I know. I mean,
There you go.
that's great.
Tuh
to
kan si
see.
Jing
We've actually got a lot
fansnya
of
cewek-cewek
Jing
Korea
fans.
cantik semua cuy.
I know we've had Jing.
Ah, mana aku dijawab, kenapa
family, or
Hinode?
at least some family members before in the stadium as well. So lots of support for Paperrex.
Kenapa sih anjir
and
jadi
their
beneran
team.
ditanya atau nggak yang membershipnya nih? Udah lah
Talon
coy.
win. You can do it. Fighting Cruz.
They could. I mean, it's very much possible. Meanwhile, their friend sharing Paperrex.
Cepetan weh,
Ya,
udah
I mean,
langsungnya 13-2 lah, 13-4 lah, 13-4 kan ya guys ya. Map keduanya ini mapnya siapa pun nggak tahu sih ya.
I don't know, go Fnatic if you wanted to.
You could.
Ya,
I
kamu
mean,
nggak
really
jalan-jalan
wanted to,
Bang,
we're not
nanti
gonna
nyusul
stop.
guys.
yeah, I mean, Fnatic's a great team, right? Boaster's a great guy. Everyone loves Boaster and Fnatic, so
I wouldn't recommend
Makanan kesukaan
it,
pas di
but,
Bandung
you
apa
know,
Bang?
if
Kalau
that's your
makan
thing.
apapun sih enak sih guys, asalkan
speaking of,
dibayarin.
I believe the playoffs
Iya, kalau
tickets
saya
are at
kita
least
makan
for
yang enak,
everything, but
jangan
the
set.
final weekend has been
Pas
going
keluar
on
ya Bapak,
too,
oh udah dibayar
so
sama temennya, oh
that's
senang
something to
banget gue
check
sumpah
out.
itu.
For
Enak
those
langsung
interested,
rasanya,
they're
perutnya
being
langsung
sold by
panas,
match as
langsung enak
well,
gitu
so
loh.
that way you
Langsung
can
nyenyak.
try to make
Iya
sure you
bener
secure your
anjing.
seat for the match that you specifically want to watch.
Oke, kita lihat guys, attackernya.
Gonna be huge. Talon really want to take this one out and just get the ball rolling quickly.
Oke, A-nya di
on the
hit nih cok.
attack from behind
Mereka di B
here.
semua lagi. Aduh, kasihan Jason sendirian nih bos.
A different
Masa nge-retake sih guys?
Paperrex. They push out of A, find no
That's not
opposition,
good, that's
and then
not
they decide
good.
to just wrap back around their own spawn. Now,
Oke, nice
nice
holding Jason. Bisa retake nih bos.
The plan, right? Cove available.
Shotgun nggak mereka? Shotgun nggak? Nggak ada sih.
Without any more utility talent.
Oh, karetnya low nih cok.
A lot of spam actually gets Garnett's down to 13 health. This is not a good
Nice
spot for him. He's in
banget,
the
mati
corner as
jetnya
well.
ya.
That's a
Rasain lu, mau rotek
pretty
lu.
epic first pickoff as into the
Anjir,
cove
gue
he
dapet
goes. Jing, but he
Oh,
goes
dapet
down
dua.
as the dog's gonna get huge
Let's
value.
go.
Something pushes out, takes out two, but Cruz and Fox able to trade him back.
Mind games on both sides again. The Cove. Oh. We'll hold that thought. Looks like the duel's not ending just yet.
The long-range ghost battle continues.
Iya lah bang, aku buat konten sih paling. Ih, guys banget si Something denger cok. Something nyarinya guys.
Oh, he has no idea.
Well,
30 seconds left.
how about a second one? Oh, Cruz gonna avoid that. Actually takes the kill.
Okay, so Cruz
Aduh,
now
kalau si Something nggak mati,
choosing.
Something
It's a 50-50
ngumpet tuh aman
shot.
tuh.
Do I think Mindfreak has already
Ya,
rotated with his
lagi, cuy.
teammate or not? Eventually,
Gotta
he's
go fast.
Yeah, he's gonna have to run to either side. He
Dia
chooses
kebet,
B,
cok.
and he will be
Aduh.
correct. He'll be able to get the plant safely, and what that does for him is he now has this toxic screen to work with against Mindfreak's retake.
Well, Mindfreak gonna get the info pretty early on.
Aduh,
He's
cok.
gonna start running over to
Pistolnya
A.
kalau menang si Talon kebalik nih guys,
It's just
bisa
gonna
kebalik
come
guys.
down to, you know, does he check the angle of where Cruz is set up here?
It's gonna be hard. Mindfreak has so much to check. He's got to check backside. He's got to check for B tower.
Yeah.
Or, you know, that pillar in the middle. Now, Cruz, he doesn't even have to rush after the first sound on the...
Dia ngeliat deh kayaknya. Si Cruz kayaknya ngeliat deh guys.
He can really wait until that last second to swing.
Uh-oh, Mindfreak,
Aduh.
he's using abilities, and that's in a clutch here for Cruz. Picks up the pistol round.
Anjir, udah ngasih menang gitu loh, dapat
Things are gonna
stun
get much
Luigi,
more
ngasih kalah loh.
interesting in this match.
Absolutely.
Ini playoffnya kapan bang? Ini guys,
let's talk about this right
akhir
here.
Mei
The
ya?
Cove actually being used purposely as a shield to bait someone in. Jip Boys gets the first kill, but the Trailblazer goes through and bites down two people. So a nice little interaction back and forth.
Emang something kalau agak mati menang tuh guys, dia pakai mati sih.
Crew's getting hyped up, you love to see it. Now, seeing that in the pistol round should now let Paperrex know that it's not going to be, as we go into a pause here, a tech pause, we'll have to sort that out. And that's going to allow Paperrex to recognize, okay, now we can't just throw our utility because the cove goes up, right? Because we don't know if they're actually planting there or not.
Ngeri banget nobarnya di bangku kagak, kan gua kagak ada PC guys. Harus bawa laptop berarti nih guys, harus beli laptop nih. Guys, sekarang kan yang mau sponsorin beli laptop biar gua kalau misalnya kalau keluar tuh enak gitu ya.
Ada logo di belakang dong.
Iya, tolong bisa kali.
Belakang warna merah nyala.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's maybe more so on Paperrex's side. They
bisa gue
thought they were up 6-0
Aku yang belakang.
today, and now suddenly they're starting to get challenged here. Talon starting to claw back in.
Bisa kali biar kita kalau content creator guys ya kan keluar guys ya. Keluar tuh enak gitu loh, mau kerja kan, mau ngedit, mau live bisa guys.
Although perhaps those headphones really are working well because I don't think he's really on tempo with the beat we have here, but no, he's still grooving.
He can feel the beats.
That's true. I mean, the bass is pretty loud in this
laptop kantoran mau nggak? Nggak apa-apa. Kalau mau ngirim 3 aku jual 3-3, aku beli yang bagusan dikit.
Mystical one-tap show. I don't know. We don't quite know him for his one taps just yet. That's Scream. That's Scream over on Carmine Corp, but
it's gonna show. Oh,
hey, who's that?
Okay,
bagus banget ini.
And who's
Wah, gila
that?
guys. I9 guys, RTX guys.
Well, nice guy. Where's
Kira-kira bisa nggak nih guys?
That's me with my EDPI over 9,000. We were just talking about this the other day. I play on really high sets. And I play at EDPI 1600.
Jangan streaming terus ini
Join the
kerja,
crowd today.
Mentality breakdance.
Mentality breakdance. Oh, lots of fans in the studio love to see it. And Victoria just having fun in the audience with her friends today. Yeah, sometimes we need some days off.
Gelis mulu.
Yeah,
Ada pro nomor
talk
bang.
about Valorant so much.
Lama kali technical boss-nya respect streamer lah.
Great
Respect streamer lagi jalan-jalan lah.
Studio, so just coming down and enjoying yourself watching the match. No doubt they were going to watch anyway, so might as well come on down. As looks like we are resuming, guys, so should be back into the game here in just a moment.
Jadi sekarang kayak liga-liga MPL. Ini liga dulu kayak liga bola, main tiap minggu, nyari poin.
It's always fun to see the people in the crowd. There's always going to be that guy that's like
ya, nyari poin, ntar playoff dulu, baru ntar playoff 1, 2, 3 masuk ke dunianya. Ini temennya di dunia sih, tapi dunia ini masih dibagi Asia, Eropa.
So one guy, I mean, he's not going to say anything unless you don't start the game. So there you go.
Ya, Amerika, Eropa, nyari yang terbaiknya dulu buat di dunia.
Picking up a couple of kills in the last round, even with this Marshal, he should be able to buy a rifle and a light armor at least, even if he does go down. So, like the play as they have, yeah, they've made enough noise.
Oh no, Fox, you gotta reload.
Ampun.
This is not going well as Talon are just mowing him down.
Jing is trying to counteract the snake with
his
on hands. Oh, but he's stuck there forever. And I mean, a Hail Mary for Paperrex, right? They watch the long angle with something, then they rush out. And I think Talon says, okay, with this many people coming out of Bisa, we heard the Marshal earlier as well. Let's not take any more chances.
Yeah. And now, rotation is coming in.
Jangan pakai lama-lama lah. Ini kalau Paperrex menang guys, Paperrex tuh bisa jadi juara 2 guys. Kan karena kan si Genji kemarin kalah tuh sama si Goba Esport. Jadi poinnya sama semua guys sekarang guys, seru nih. Jadi pakai full util coy.
Bandel baru udah ada yuk.
Udah deh, bandel baru paling mahal nih, bandel yang tadi nih. Yang mainan itu yang merah-merah.
There you go.
Okay, suara itu.
And now it's just a guessing game. I mean, I think on the side of Paperrex, whether you just die the spike or whether you try to get a couple kills, it's not going to matter too much since you did buy that Marshal. I think something surely would want a kill for his troubles. Get another old door and a couple of
guys.
Not going to get that first one.
Siapa yang menang yuk?
Paperrex masih nunggu 2.
And it will be a flawless here.
Ntar kayaknya siapa?
For Talon after winning the pistol.
Otto.
So good on them.
Dota ya, Dota.
Something actually has enough for.
Orangnya pulang lagi nggak jadi di gua.
Yo, tahi. Menang 6-8 ya?
Apa?
6-8.
6-8 kekejar padahal udah 6-0. Kocak banget deh Paperrex. Nggak respect streamer jalan-jalan. Malah dilama-lamain gamenya.
Yeah, well, just great reads again from Talon, right? They expect that Paperrex, they're the type 2 rush out
terpaksa
on
buat
those,
nyarinya.
so they wait for it. Now, here's the big question. Talon, they did buy some rifles, right, on that last round. They're going to try to match the firepower here on this bonus.
Kecilan dikit lampunya ini mah buat gue yang ireng anjir.
Shots already exchanged here and pushing out his PRX. They're going to take out 3. In B main on the ramp here, Garnet.
Guys, ada ini guys, ada streamer dan
picks up 1 and Jing is able to swing it onto the kill on the Garnet. And now, Jitboy's all alone. Not the greatest one for himself.
Wow, I mean, for one, this was pretty much kind of a 3-on-3 aim duel. But on top of that, I mean, Paperrex, this is the type of thing where you look at it initially and you say, oh, they're just like aggressive. But the thing is they set up Jing for success. Out before on screens above, so then people are kind of worried about the spam through the cascade. Meanwhile, you counter the cascade against your opponents to plant Jing into that cubby, and then you have the flash out from Devi as well, so it's a double flash. Guaranteeing that anyone who's trying to keep against them are flashed up, and Jing able to clean house.
Jing just checking his score. He's like, that was pretty good. Need some more kills to catch up to my team.
Gotta imagine that you're on a team like Paperrex that often comes into play, right? You're like, well, who's really top of the scoreboard this time?
It's not something too much to read into, I'd say, just based on, daily form. I mean,
You see 1,000?
Insane carry performances for his team. Only 3 kills so far in Pearl. Not a big deal. Sure, they'll get more as the day comes along. It's not looking the right way.
Di SOP-nya di
Nih, yang di sini nih kalau pas party di kanan atas nih.
PRX.
A little bit of information on both sides, right? On what the start is around.
Harusnya gua kasih ya, harusnya gua.
Iya juga ya.
Tadi apa sih?
Nah, ini gua tahu.
Minuman apa itu?
Ini nabrak lagi punya gua nih.
For the retake or even against the plan.
Menang dong, respect streamer jalan-jalan dong, Paperrex, jangan kebanyakan nge-troll lah.
And he may just do that. Looks like they're waiting for Talon to make the first move now.
Kan ada Aaron.
Jitboys was waiting for that potential lurk coming out from Mindfreak. But as Destiny would have it, they're not going to align just yet.
Straight through the wall, not going to get too much. Garnet still on full health, gets the run it back as Forsaken on the site, not expecting him in the backside. Something gains 1. As Jing from the top, going to pick up 2 and holds on to the site for Paperrex.
Oh, a nice timing from Jitboys to swing as he expects that they're going to wait for the Astro utility to come out. And now back down to a 1v1. Jitboys only 62 health.
It's gone 6 seconds to get the plant down as the one-on-one commences. Mindfreak has been so insanely clutch, only has a Bulldog though, and he's going to get one-tapped by Jitboys with the clutch 3 in a row to keep Talon in the game.
Terus sering menang green screen ya bang? Iya ya.
This one's much harder because it's going to be much more obvious what his location is. You didn't have time to run into backside without making noise. You didn't have time to run all the way around without making noise. So you expect him to either be close or slowly walking out, and Jitboys uses that against them. Even this right here, the timing to swing as the Astro starts to come online.
Anjing lu dia 5 watt.
I mean, I'm sure it's frustrating from Alex's point of view. I can't blame him, but but here's the thing.
Bacot kalian ya.
Jitboys, I give credit to Jitboys. I don't think you can blame the Paperrex players on that one.
Yeah, well, the coach will have a different perspective, of course. Our very objective on it. He is fired up. He immediately slams that timeout button.
Kita kenal banget guys.
Anyway, he calls the timeout. That was easy. Timeout. Yeah. So he is.
Coach marah-marah bang, ini lagi marah-marah nih, galak nih coach Paperrex. Bisa tapi gantinya ini apa?
Tapi kalau diganti kayak bola gitu
bisa, tapi ganti map nggak bisa lagi tengah-tengah. Ganti map baru bisa ganti.
And they get punished.
Ngapain Bandung bang?
I mean, I would say that if I was in Coach Alex's position, I guess the point that is frustrating is you could have waited until the gravity well itself was popped rather than waiting for the star. So, again, I think those are the points you made, though. It's not that their play was necessarily always a bad thing. There was a cheaper choice. You were 3v1. Why take the risks? Now, We'll see how that timeout
Aku mau media share FC nggak boleh.
does it translate over to a round win, or will Talon start to run away here with the comeback?
Ayolah guys, tolonglah jangan respect streamer lah. Kenapa harus di-tight-tighting ini sih? Mana Paperrex yang menang jauh di Pearl ini? Mana?
Tempo.
Astaga.
PRX eco, so I'm gonna take their time just in case they win for any weird shenanigans after the timeout, and then go for a team push afterwards.
Okay, nice.
What I imagine is going to happen with Talon is once you go down to the 50-40 second mark, they'll regroup and use that lockdown to really push out a site.
Something dapat 2 menang guys. Something dapat 2 menang guys ya.
Through double doors right now. There is no reason for Jit Boys to be doing this.
Jangan pindah sih.
This is like the one spot on this map that you do not want to just face.
Jangan pindah
So they're
Son.
going to use Seekers first, and that forces out movement, and that allows Jit Boys to have the angle.
Mindfreak though with the right click, I would assume, as something spots this coming in. And now he's on the hall. He's in the back of the site now in the cove. They get the plant down.
30 seconds left.
Nice banget.
Uh-oh.
Garnett's trying to take control of backside. I mean, they got the plant so safely, and now they're losing to the pistols.
Okay.
They're just getting straight up thrifted right now. They have to plant down, but spam through the wall is not working.
They don't have the lineup.
Fight.
Yeah, the snake bite is there, but not the crosshairs.
Okay, they get it to half. Still got a couple of members of Talon that are spamming through, and they are winning this for the team. As Jang, he's got a dream, but it is not enough, and Talon will eventually be able to take that down.
Valdez, I was thinking to myself, if Talon loses that round, that's the round you get frustrated over your coach. But
Yeah.
I mean, I think Talon, this was another round where they were
Guys,
maybe
kalau
taking
misalnya
too many risks, right? Making
tipis
sure
gitu
they
guys
cover
ya,
their
boleh nggak gue 2 map
What I
doang
was
guys?
imagining you do is just put the lockdown over and be long, and that little nook pushes out the site, put up the cove against the pistols. But either way, up to the plant was fine. After that, I mean, it's Paperrex with shares, right? They got their aim down, so.
Maksudnya jangan gegabah.
It's not enough util to get even the half. Well, they got to half, but they didn't get the other half, I should say, of the defuse. It's now something out here, half armor and an operator.
Aduh, DS-nya habis lagi dia.
Some of those
Jangan overpick sih.
Defensive side.
Oh, they are curious to see if someone else will eventually push all the way out, or is it just something?
Dia lihat.
Cruz right now, his main job is to base.
Aduh,
I was gonna say just constantly check when he even gets the kill. That's a cherry on top.
The bonus operator kill. At least onto the guy who's operating, you could say. So that is going to be huge for Talon now, as the Spike is maneuvering towards the site where only Mindfreak is. Does have this cosmic divide and a couple of stars down.
All right, Talon heard this though, but he's just a second faster into his own nebula.
Now,
It's
gonna buy a lot of time, but the lockdown is coming in. The rest of the
Nice,
team from
nice.
Paperrex
Nice
is on the
Mindfreak.
back of the site now, though. They're in position for when this push comes in.
Nice banget, Jing.
And the spray as well. Paperrex buying so much time. It really has to come down to Cruz, but they even expect the potential flank.
And the run it back. Here comes Jing onto the site. Spots
Aduh,
box
ngawis
and
mulu,
denies,
kenapa dah?
but Pat's gonna pick up one. He's holding down the site. Picks up two, make it three now. As Jing alone is not gonna be able to get it done, and Pat holds on to the site for the team.
You know what? I'm
Bulan
off the
sama
mic. You
nggak
can't
tuh,
stop
Cok?
me. Pat is back. We'll say it right now, all right? All the doubters. He was
Dava
shaking.
4-11 sendiri,
We
Cok.
wondered if he was cashing back up to the meta. It doesn't matter. He's back in form. What a hold after the spike plant.
Look at this. All we gotta show is his point of view. 1, 2, 3. And then Jing at the last one
Aduh,
gets taken
cuy.
out by Fox. So that is a pretty massive round now for Talon to pick up, as they tie things up here 9-9 as we move into round 19.
And now they've been constantly cycling their ultimates to the point where Talon
Duh,
still
berat nih, coy.
has that Viper's Pit and Pat
Jadi
with the
ketat gini,
triple kill.
6-0 jadi 9 sama nggak tuh?
Into his next judgment, so they'll have
Kocak
that
dah.
online in the next round or two as well.
Yeah, he'll suggest you move as they make their way onto the B side. Maybe not yet, maybe next round. But who knows? Maybe he just picks up another 3K and throws it out if necessary. Devai is on the site, close. He pulls out, but he doesn't have his gun out. And he just gets
Sumpah,
his head
Dave kenapa sih,
taken
Cok?
off.
Aneh banget, Cok, swingnya. Sumpah, itu swing aneh banget dah. Belum ready ya senjatanya.
One person hiding behind, or two people hiding behind that nook. As you see, Garnett's just kind of drawing the attention. Now, Mindfreak, he's been very patient, both the previous round and this one. He knows that there is this chance for that rotate over from Talon. They've been using the map very widely. The only thing he doesn't know about is the fact that Jipboys is here already in Art Room. So if he only gets one kill, it's not going to be enough. He's got to take out the entire main force.
Well, Mindfreak may be able to get two. He dodges the flash, and he gets a third! Mindfreak is just on fire right now. As Zipboys, meanwhile, he's not going to get the kill as he waits a little bit too long. And Forsaken is just able to swing on him. Paperrex, a statement made in this round.
Oh, now Jitboys, he waits because he wants as much time and information as possible. Cruz is on the other side.
Bisa guys, yuk, kasih tahu yuk.
Swivels, but man, we said Mindfreak, he had one job, but it was an absolute mountain of a job, and he does it swiftly.
Ada harapan guys ya, menang guys, 4 orang lagi kan selamat. Udah mulai lepas nih di rumah orang, bukan gitu cu. Ini gamenya yang tahu cek dulu. Kan mulai jam 5 ya, kan udah 1 jam belum kelar 1 game guys, kan kocak ya. Bisa 40 menit kelar, Paperrex mainnya jadi slow gini guys. Jason tuh gak carry guys, 18 kill loh cuy. Mindfreak juga guys, duo Indo is carry loh guys ya. Wah ngeras coba bisa cok, nggak ada trap. Oh ada Jitboy coba cok.
You have a Phoenix on your side, you only have that one Sky. They have to constantly be pushing out to get information. Now, it works for them because they are able to oftentimes win their duels. This time, they've already pinched Talon into being long. Talon doesn't have much time.
Bengkas jarang main sekarang.
There is a turret behind them.
The Seekers are trying to draw their attention as well, but the turret finally taken out. Now Talon is aware.
Yeah, the turret is massive as Jing is going to shut them off essentially, but looks to rotate with his teammate.
Dia kejepit guys ya. Di B-main gak dapat.
Alright, so Paperrex
di CT-nya ada dijagain. Makanya kejepit harusnya guys.
They've now done their job of Talon has to waste time picking and choosing. If they go to A, Mindfreak is still there. We still can buy time on that side of the map. Now Talon, they're the ones who have to choose, and they have a lot more to clear. They don't know where the Jet and Phoenix have gone. You see them carefully checking, but it looks like their movement eventually perhaps wanting to go over to the A side, given all the
ada waktu sih guys
nih. No.
Bisa ini.
And they're running out of time. They're going to have to rush into the B site, but Paperrex reading this, they're sending Forsaken over to A, actually, and the lockdown is on A.
Oh, the bait works perfectly!
Nice!
Cruz won't get the kill, however, the plant will go down, and the lockdown now wasted.
Well, that cove was interesting, but it's going to allow them to get the plants. Or maybe it should. The spam is coming through as a bunch of trade backs here. Jing going to pick up 2.
Oh, but a terrible post-plant position. Both members stuck in the back of the site.
Nice banget Son, sumpah Jason. Tuh kan Jason lah tuh. 2 orang tuh disuruhin kayak gitu anjir.
Smoothly, even though they wasted their lockdown, didn't matter. They're still going to be able to take
tapi udah nggak bocah banget sekarang sih hitungannya. Kemarin 2 tahun lalu bocah. Sekarang udah berapa? Sekarang udah
like the idea from Talon. They realize that
19 ya? 19 sama 18 itu. Yang bocah tuh si monyet. Monyet. Thank you Om Laton. Makasih giftnya bang. Monyet tuh bocah tuh yang di Global Esport. Yang dari Onyx dulunya. Ini masih bocah banget.
The rest of Paperrex would not have arrived in time.
17 apa 16? 17 di konsol.
The idea was there, but something wins that crucial duel, and then they're able to pressure the remaining members of Talon into the back of site. A very necessary timeout here. Now, in the first half, we saw what happened. They called the timeout. They broke away.
Iya kan, sekarang motornya gila-gila guys. Kasih makannya mau sama keyboard guys.
Nggak, aku dulu juga adek gue juga gitu aja.
Now it's Alex the one who's laughing.
Iya, kalau ketika itu motornya
animated in the coach's booth.
Contohnya history lah. Tuh, tembak kayak gitu.
When does Sen play? Didn't they just finish their match yesterday, or was it a day and a half ago? I'm sorry to say, but I don't think it went well. I don't feel bad saying that because even Coach Kaplan said that in an interview that it did not go well. So, you know.
Yeah. Maybe not going according to plan.
Yeah.
Halo Bang Upi, babi.
Here in Pacific too, right? I mean, a lot of teams.
Bang Upi lagi depan guys, lagi
We
ngasuk.
thought we're going to perform so well here in Pacific, potentially just making it all the way into Tokyo. now they're struggling to find hope to stay alive for the playoffs here in Pacific.
Ini something kalau OP kalau mati guys, buang-buang duit nih bos.
A lot of post-plant utility. I mean, 2 ultimates that should help them.
Tapi mereka eco sih guys.
Maybe get onto the site, but with the pit, should be able to lock down at least one of these rounds. You'd imagine something also gets his head taken off on the way out. Mid-dash, as Jip Boys is unhappy with the way this has been going on. Meanwhile, Forsaken.
Ya apa sih berdua sumpah lo cok. Masa kena thrifty dah.
Gets hit by the judgment.
And that's going to allow them to get this plant down. And now, they do have the pit on Cruz if they elect to use it. They're in a pretty good spot.
And they have the firepower. They have the operator and a Vandal pickup.
Yeah.
Oh, and on top, or actually Cruz perhaps his own Vandal, but he's now wrapping around. They just need to buy time.
Oh, bouncing off the ground with Jip Boys.
But it's still being held.
It's held. Oh no, they're going to take him out. Jip Boys gets the hill through the smoke. As Mind Freak with 2 is going to be taken out. Cruz from Link is going to be able to save the life of this round. That was a little bit more close than it had to be.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, Talon is the thing,
right? They were coming
out without the firepower in that round. They're able to claw it back. They're able to steal away some of the weapons. You know, bank a little bit more econ in the case that it really goes down in the very last round. Now, that Viper's Pit still in the hand of Cruz. They haven't needed to use it yet, primarily because Cruz is always on the lurk as well. But what I would love to see is using that either as a fake or just to buy a little bit more, gain a little bit more control of the territory here. Something clearing out mid with his Blade Storm first.
Itu something nggak? Tadi harusnya something kena itu guys. Itu bukan tembakan-tembakan yang jarang dia miss loh coy. Pas OP tadi si itu nge-pick si Foxy.
Well, we've seen what he can do with that Blade Storm, though. It's oftentimes worth more than a Vandal, I would say, in his hands.
Forsaken just holding down on the B side. Talon taking their time with this
one. Lagi di Bandung guys.
Saying that, okay, their economy's not great. Maybe they go for something a little bit
12-10 lah yuk.
more tricky.
Something baru bang. Ya udah 4 match baru coy. Tapi udah lama lah hitungannya. Kalian masih nanya baru lagi. Kalau nontonnya udah dari awal banget mah udah tahu guys.
Now they're bringing Cruz with them this time. So clearly the idea.
Kalau the best mapnya something lagi bau begini sih harusnya sih jangan dimainin lagi sih next map sih. Biar Jasonnya jet dah.
Have some better positioning around it as well. Once again, it's up to Mind Freak. Can he buy enough time? Something's here with him though. They're just trying to hold the back of sight.
Oh, Garnet's got some time to take him out.
He gets spotted on the minimap by Garnets, and Cruz instantly reacts, takes him out through the smoke.
Yeah, Mind Freak gonna get aggressive, and the Cove is here, and the pit is down. Jing now gonna have a hard time. He's gonna throw down the fire here, as the spike though does get planted, and now Talon in an excellent spot.
Jim Boys, I think he heard some of their movement. No. Oh, he saw the barrel.
Oh, this should be free, although Devi is looking. He's looking, he swings out, he takes him down.
Jip Boys got a little excited at the back of Jing's Phoenix and started just firing on all cylinders. Now, you know, not to worry, Talon, they have econ to buy back, and Fox will try to find the other angle because now he knows they're expecting other people to hunt through the site. But what a round from Talon. Spam through the smoke from Cruz, just exactly on point. Then the Viper's Pit to take control of Art denies any hope of a retake here from Paperrex.
Yeah. Well, ping from Fox is maybe they're gonna poke their head out.
Gini bang tahu dah anjir. Defense-nya gimana dah?
11-11 we go. Maybe some more overtime.
16-15. Sebenarnya sih masih nge-kill, cuman kayak udah ini loh, melempem
last time we
anjir.
cast together, which was the first time we cast together, we had Global Esports and DRX, and that was a banger for sure.
Banyet with the, what was it?
The 39
kill.
Ayolah bro, come on bro.
Nobody here is close yet.
Yeah, but a couple overtimes.
Oke bang, jangan sampai lah cuy.
You never know.
All right, Talon, they just had that hard strike onto A. Now they're going to all in on B. They've been setting up that turret to prevent any sort of mid-push from the double duelist. Now Paperrex already
pakai itu enak tuh guys, pakai smoker atau lagi guys, pakai petipan tuh pakai itu enak banget cuy.
To secure that orb if they so choose, but they don't want to make any noise. They're going to try to take all the time they can to push up, and now look at the Killjoy utility on the defensive side as well on the minimap.
Tapi ditungguin coy itu coy, mereka tahu.
Their goal is to just pinch if it eventually goes to B.
And it looks like it's eventually going to be, to the surprise of no one, as in goes Little doggy's gonna scout out the backside here just a bit. But it's gonna buy time for the rotation to come in from Paperrex as the approach from Talon is quite slow. As the lockdown comes in, they should be able to get this plant for free.
Now, they got to remember, they also use that little corner in the back of sight safely to their advantage. Forsaken perhaps relying on that himself, but he's going to have to exit. Oh, he doesn't have time!
Doesn't have time. Garnet's not going to give him the time. ZOWIE will trade one back. Cruz got to get aggressive as he's on fire. Jing going to take him out. It's now in the smoke. Poking out his Pat. He's got a shorty, but uses Bunsvig going to put up the wall. Brings out the Vandal, but the flash is there. Everybody's flashed.
The shorty not reloaded. Oh, Pat! He's out of bullets on everything. Oh, Jing.
Player apa dah ini, kenapa dah?
Finally going to take him out now. Meanwhile, the spike is taken away.
Box. Oh, he has the opportunity.
Oh,
he gets the double headshot.
It's free. And ZOWIE just doesn't have time. He's going to awkwardly just walk his way out of this one, as he doesn't have a chance in the world. Talon will be able to hold on to this round and take the lead for the first time.
Yes, for the first time, but when it matters most to make map point first here for Talon. And Valdez, you cannot script these rounds if you wanted to. I mean, the sequence of events is just off the wall. I mean, the desk talked about it, fans have been talking about it. If it's Talon and Paperrex, you know it's going to get crazy. Well, boy, is it over-delivering for sure.
Oh, man. How did they not catch him? And Alex, once again, unhappy, let's say.
Bundernya parah banget kali,
One of the
cuy.
coaches around the world that fans love to watch. He's just full of reaction, and you can just tell that he's passionate about the team, right?
Yeah.
And he's very invested.
Something here, he has to buy a Guardian and half armor.
Meanwhile, there's double operator on the side of Talon. They had the money.
Wow.
I'm sure there's a rifle drop somewhere for at least one of them.
Oh, absolutely. Looks like Cruz is gonna. No.
Oh, he went back. Yeah, that's why he went back.
Udah, main crossfire aja dah, gitu dah. Jangan, aduh, yang main udah sih yang keluar sih.
Jit Boys, if he's holding this with the operator, you gotta imagine that the ideal scenario for Talon is to go to B.
Sabar nggak sih? Sabar nggak sih? Sabar nggak sih? Terus main sabar aja sih. Mereka nggak kuat parah, cuy.
Do they try to aggress here out to A main? No, it's just gonna be eventually a B hit first. Now, it's at the 1 minute mark, so they do have time to rotate if they want. I like the timing here from Talon.
Yeah. Gonna flash into the site. Not really spotting much. Mind Freak, when does he peek as the turret gonna cover Jit Boys, who's holding onto this operator still. As the push, meanwhile, coming in onto the B site. In he goes onto the smoke. Garnet's on the site. But so is something. He peeks out, doesn't get the kill.
Oh, he thought he had it, but Garnet's is still flying all over the map. He's still alive.
Oh, the shorty, no, he's gonna pick up the kill. He's in the smoke. Down he goes. Pat with the Phantom is able to hold it down. He's got the Judgment down here as well. And now in a fantastic spot, Forsaken has to make some noise. Pat gonna take him out. This Mind Freak, okay. He's gotta do this with 11 health just to hold on.
Oh, it's so much. But if he could do it one more time for Paperrex.
Oh, he's coming out. No, it's not gonna happen. Talon will come back. They take the lead and they take the map. 13 to 11. No overtime required.
Well, call him the judge, because Pat's been raining down judgment here throughout the entire map. So many times he was able to cycle through that ultimate.
Guys, go 2 map aja guys ya. Habis map ini gue cabut ya.
0 and 6 for Talon. What impresses me the most is obviously they did their homework, they prepped. I mean, their comms looked good, but the fact that that one time out in the first half is able to drain out the entire momentum from Paperrex to eventually actually go over to Talon's side. An impressive mental fortitude showing here from the Thai team.
It just shows you that you cannot underestimate any team in Pacific at this moment in time. We saw it yesterday, we're seeing it today. Talon able to come in
di map yang kuatnya Paperrex lagi di
It wasn't very decisive. Paperrex started off super strong, and then it got more decisive, of course, towards the end. Once they switched over to the attacker side, they're just able to make it work. Their agent comp, very nice to get them ahead, and the carry from Cruz was huge. The clutches from Pat and Jit Boys, massive.
Yeah, I mean, we had some heroic plays on both sides, but Jit Boys really turned it up to 11 today, and Pat as well.
Banyak blundernya itu blunder aneh guys.
Tried to return to some of that glory when he was also called one of the best controllers in the world, but it just wasn't enough. Him and Forsaken an explosive start, but the rest of the team, they needed a lot more time to warm up, and at the end of the day, Talon, the entire squad of 5, was online just a second earlier. Cheering for both teams. I gotta imagine that that's gotta be Victoria again, trying to not pick sides here. I see what you're doing, trying to cheer on both sides of Southeast Asia, also enjoying the beats as Cruz was earlier. And maybe that's the secret. Maybe you just gotta groove to the beats a little bit.
I just got a vibe on stage and
Game baru bang, kagak lagi di rumah orang guys. Langsung botnya hilang gitu guys ya. No.
Didn't seem to bother Cruz as he was on top of the scoreboard. He had the highest ACS by 1 over Forsaken, who had 254 compared to the 255. So really close stuff, but Talon take the first map of Pearl. Guys, we're gonna have a break and we'll come back with the desk and map number 2. Don't go anywhere.
Sudah map number 2 apa, Cok?
PRX pushing something like this. Although I do take it out. By is going to be the entire site empty here. As something is in use as Mind Freak again. Pretty rough.
But I think that now no longer. Oh, this is all for Mind Freak.
Trying to hold this together for the team. Mind Freak. Oh, something's got the perfect angle.
Buy time for the backup direct. He'll even
Samping
get
pun juga nggak terlalu pedes sih guys. Pedesan mereka M-nya gue liat dah. Ini si Thailand lagi lebih pedes M-nya guys menurut gue guys.
Not many players will say okay to that.
Okay. That big first pick off as into the.
Oh,
OP-nya di mana Bang Rio? Ada tuh di situ di depan. Lagi tidur kali.
Not gonna get that first one. Team duels, but
6-0 malah bukan 5-0
oh,
tadi.
nice timing from Talon. Heard this though, but only gets one kill. It's not gonna be enough. He's gotta take out the
Kocak parah, Cok.
Well, Mind Freak may be able to get 2. He does the flash and he
Fox. Oh, he has the opportunity.
Blunder guys ya. Banyak push nggak jelas ya guys. Tadi kalau kebanyakan nge-push dari mid, kebanyakan nge-push dari ini berapa orang? 3 orang. Pushnya nggak dapat ini guys, nggak dapat momen guys. Nggak push juga kalau begini ya caranya ya. Lagi tarikan rank 2 bang, iya nih pusing gua.
I'm running too.
I'm running as well.
One belong again. Belong a lot. Nice.
Ready to go. I'm gonna push me. I'm going to reality. Chill.
Hey, be come. Can I push me, Ryuji? I will dock. Pull him out. I will dock him, Ilya. On turret, Ilya.
Yeah. Back on that.
Ya dapat satu.
Molly back off. Dead. I'm molly back off.
Oh.
KJ was here as well.
One city.
Makanya selalu aneh nih bang, lagi tempat bang Upi bang, iya betul. Samping dari mana bang? Jairos rahasia guys, Jairosnya guys.
Wait a little.
I have good flank. I'll try to go ahead.
I don't know flank, my turret's accurate. 2 heaven. He's there. I'm gonna flat.
One tall. Okay, hold. Nice, let's go. Hold on. Woo! One more.
GG!
Let's go.
Aduh pusing guys. Sampai pengganti Benkai bang ya, nggak pengganti soalnya kita role-nya sekarang duelistnya ganti si Benkai guys, bukan pengganti sih. Kenceng juga nih Susi Boy. Guys, ini kalian yang kalau jago main Valo bisa dapat berapa guys? Gue penasaran deh. Benkai mah jago bang, tergantung map sih guys. Kalau 1000 loh anjir.
Oke.
Yo. Gue 500k bang, aku 110.000 bang. Bohong kamu Ryuji ya? Ini seriusan nih cuma 10. Cuma 12 anjir. Ciusan tuh. Nah ke Bandung, ini ke Bandung, Cok.
It's bored 2 times.
This one 90 lah.
No way lah. This is like 70 ya.
Oh,
69.
No.
No, it was just now. I miss the clip, the last one. Okay, ready? I'm ready. Oh, I think it's worse.
Guardian ya anjir.
Hey, I win Eren ini lah. Hey, get good bro.
Ya Allah.
Okay lah. I'm not the worst, okay lah.
Oke guys, map kedua guys, gue nggak tahu sih, mungkin siapa tahu itu mapnya Talon ya, gue nggak tahu juga guys. Let's see lah ya guys ya. Bis map ini gue cabut guys ya, nggak apa-apa guys ya. I'm so sorry guys, gue nggak bakal sampai kelar temen-temen ya. Jam berapa nih? Jam 6 cok.
Well. Here we are after map number 1, and it's Talon walking away with a win on their map pick of Pearl. A tight-knit game, 13-11 the final scoreline. But, oh boy.
Lagi di rumah Bang Upi kah Bang? Iya,
yes,
gue
they
lagi
did.
numpang
We
ini guys,
started off
numpang
the first
party
half
anjir,
8-4.
dikejar
I mean, it kind of looked good for PaperX. I mean, the second round was a little bit funny as well, but towards the second half, something clicked. Talon started the chain rounds together. PaperX flubbed a lot of rounds, and they lost a lot of individual fights, and 13-11 is the final score.
It was really exciting to see, to be honest. I mean, we didn't really even know until just a few minutes before that they were actually going to take it. We thought we might end up in
nyala guys, cuma pada blunder. Nembaknya sebenarnya bagus, tapi pada blunder guys.
We talked about this before. Some of these teams that show up, they do seem to be late bloomers,
Wifi
but it's never too
13-15
late
doang, Cok.
to come out, and this may be their moment. Who knows? Maybe they end up taking this 2-0 or even 2-1.
I mean, at this point, who knows? We'll have to just wait and see what happens.
Kalau menang sih harusnya menang sih guys, bisa
I mean, a very bizarre game,
Reserve Swift
coming
kayaknya
out
bisa.
here. I mean, we expected a lot of blood, we expected a lot of fighting. That's exactly what we did get. It was tight-knit the whole way through. As you can see, 12-12 as far as the kills were concerned. But like I said, from the outset, things were not looking good. But as you say, it's never too late. We'll go ahead and rewind a bit back because things did start off a little bit wonky here for Talon. We'll zoom in on round number 2 because I'm sure that this one had a lot of people scratching their heads because they dropped the pistol. And Talon decide we're not even going to try. We don't want to give them anything. We're going to sit in the spawn and wait for this spike to blow up, whichever site they go for, and then we'll rotate over towards it. So they are just sat here. Hands off keyboards for a lot of them. You can see them, they were just scratching their heads.
It would have been funnier if we like zoomed in on one and they're like knitting a sweater or something.
Yeah, and you can see they're trying now to get into their position to die to the spike. Eventually though, PaperX feeling curious, pushes forward, goes looking for them, finds them, does end up losing out on 2 of their players.
Let's go.
But this was the beginning of a major streak from the side of PaperX.
In a way, yes, but dude, could you imagine just like being in PaperX's shoes? You don't have any
Ini
information.
kalau lebih sih ada kayak 3-4 round PaperX blunder guys. Jadi kalau 3 atau 4 round itu kita nggak kalah, itu menang sih guys.
Is there going to be a tech pause? You know,
exactly.
Bizarre way to kick things off, and then PaperX went on to then.
Kalah nggak bisa lolos playoff bang, playoff tetap lolos, cuman dia ngincer ini guys.
Okay, this is going to be it. This is the state of the game. They're just going to run away with this.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be a very straightforward win there for PRX. Like, honestly, an unremarkable win. Let's go ahead and throw up round 9 was the round I wanted to look at. And this was when we started to see things kind of pull back together here. So in this round, we see that something does get into B-Link for free. And coming up here, we are going to be catching Pat getting the kill there onto Mind Freak. And with him down, we see that Jit Boys coming up here gets 2 kills and basically denies the plant, which was huge.
Yeah, after Garnet's able to win the shot, and then Jit Boy's just holding down the side. I mean, this is before the plan can even come in. This is part of when we're starting to see PaperX start to scramble a little bit in the first half and start surrendering some rounds over to Talon, who are able to, streak together 3. They got the previous 2. They end up taking this one as well, as Forsaken is put in another clutch position, but unfortunately just isn't quite able to do it.
I mean, we know PaperX for these aggressive plays, especially on the attacking side. They can chain those rounds together, but this is one of those where Talon shows they have the prep work. Remember, this was the one where I think
makanya guys, 1 map lagi nih guys, pengen cepetan kelar guys.
Like looking up in the air in case something would have went with the double updraft. So it really shows that Talon did their homework.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that we were looking for, because as mentioned, there's a lot of material that you can study when it comes down to PaperX playing on this map. In fact, it's now the 2nd time that they've ever dropped Pearl, the first being over at Lock-In to to Cloud9 in that series. So a
big
blow to them as far
panas.
as that win percentage is considered, because now it was at 86 and now it falls down just a little bit. But Talon very well prepared, it would seem, here in this
Studio
set.
baru ka bang?
Now, it wasn't all
Bukan.
doom and gloom, obviously.
Bukan.
You know, a close
Nanya
map
mulu
for
studio
the
baru
side
enggak,
of
guys, ya.
Paperrex. We'll go ahead and go back to round 19, where we kind of set the stage and said, Mind Freak, we want to see big performances out of him. This is where he
Game
can
3 bang, game 2 aja guys ya.
He even flubbed like a 1v1 clutch.
Misalnya atu sama sih
Here,
guys.
he really stepped up. I mean, this was so crucial for him to hold down this side, because if he had lost it, Talon would have gotten A for free. But Mind Freak gets those 3 quick kills, and even with Jet Boys trying to pull off some heroics, Forsaken kind of getting that Spidey sense tingling, turns around and
boleh
were
bang.
actually able to
Ya
find one of
ampun.
those rounds.
Studio punya orang, gue yang giveaway, gimana caranya?
That brought them to a closer scoreline. It was so scary in a lot of these moments, but you need these hero plays from players like Mind Freak. But that was just one of those.
Yeah.
What happened for the rest of the map, dude?
Unfortunately, it was a
little bit
in between. You know, these hero plays coming through, something as well.
Map keduanya apa tadi guys? Map keduanya, gue lupa lagi.
But then, you know, as we got into that second half, it was just back and
Apa
forth.
yang map keduanya ya?
Blows, you know, streaking together 2 rounds and losing 2 or 3 to the opponent.
Rio, ayo apa coy? Satu map lagi jahat gua.
This looks like very rocky territory.
Duluan gue nyusul.
This is a map that we have seen them crush people on. We saw them devastate T1, just
split ya,
being able to smother them. And as soon as they got to that defensive side, it feels like the threads just started getting pulled.
Split kayaknya map Talon ya.
Yeah, we're starting to unravel everything. I mean, you can see in some of these strategies that Talon really knows how to play around the map as well, knowing where Paperrex might position themselves, knowing where Paperrex might push. And the round that Nick talked about was one of them. But this one is interesting as well. Let's throw up round 23, because this is one of those that really cemented how Talon starts to cement their lead in the end.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you have the fight coming through. Pat trying to hold close, but he's got no bullets remaining as Jing is eventually able to pressure him out. But in the meantime, you look at that minimap, Fox comes in on this flank. It's 11
Gara-gara kelamaan ngelawan si Patipan tadi, cowok. Itu kalau nggak kelamaan udah maju pasti mereka.
But this backstab from Fox is absolutely everything to be able to get them around win. So while it might not have been the flashiest performance, it might not have been the most kills, when they're in a tense moment where Talon desperately need wins and a hope to make it into playoffs, Fox, we end up giving key player because that
guys ya, mau ngomong Bisa guys, gue nggak tahu sih. Buat Lesi ya teman-teman ya.
Something else that we haven't really touched upon, but I'm sure if you guys watched that entire match, you saw it. But PRX coach looking a little tilted. Definitely starting to get frustrated.
Setengah jam lagi kita kelarkan atau kita tamatkan ya. Comeback by Paperrex. Padahal ini lawannya yang harusnya bisa dimenangkan. Kalau menang soalnya bakal langsung juara 2 kayaknya sih. Soalnya setahu gua poin plusnya banyakan Paperrex. Tapi nggak gini, Cok.
And obviously you could pause the game and try to give them some input, but
di rumah ya bukan, di rumah Bang Opi guys.
There. And so clearly coming into this, the coach thinks that this is a team they should beat. Obviously,
apakah akan ada pergantian pemain guys ya? Apakah BNK akan bermain guys?
And that frustration comes out.
I mean, I've been with them last year as their team handler. I know what their comps sound like. I know what the coach is like. He's a really passionate guy. Outside of this, he could be, you know, the nicest dude ever. But in these moments, we watch those plays happen before our very eyes. A lot of crucial rounds lost due to just mistakes of anything.
Bang, banyak aku nggak ikut ke acara, sedih banget. Kenapa ya, Mang? Main seru padahal loh acara di sini loh.
I think Cruz and Pat as well, they had a lot of those moments where they really stepped up. Cruz even getting shots out of midair. That's insane.
Yeah. Exactly that.
Kamu pasti dukung Talon ya, Bang? Kagak.
Which is gorgeous. And that's another moment where it's just like, it feels like Talon is out, but then they pull off this effective thrifty.
Putih amat muka lu Bang, nggak tahu Cok kenapa putih banget di sini ya. Padahal harusnya gua nggak seperti ini loh.
Puts them in that, grabs the operator, finds some more frags throughout the round. It's just great stuff right now that we're seeing from the side of Talon. And Paperrex, this has to be a scary position. As we were talking about in the pre-show, their schedule doesn't necessarily get easier. In fact, this is pretty much the easiest remaining matchup that they do have, because they still have Djaja, they still have Zeta on the horizon. So if they're not going to be able to level it up and win this next map and take this to 3, it's heavily concerning for their future and their potential
Ngantuk lama,
and if that
guys.
does go south for them, I mean, we've talked a lot about these teams that didn't look that great early on, but then they started to blossom and they started to really deliver and look great. We could have the reverse for a team like this, where they actually start out strong and then it's all downhill. I hope, hopefully for their case, it doesn't happen.
I mean,
but
that's kind of what happened to Talon.
Kiri
Because they had this huge takeover in
bukan
pocket,
gitu,
and then they
Cok.
come into Pacific, and it's just like,
Baru
guys,
Bisa
but now
pulang mau kasih dia.
It's a roller coaster is what it is.
Yeah.
Both sides were just going all over the place.
But for one of these teams, the track isn't finished, and they might have died.
I mean, look, no matter what, the base of it all is that from, outside of like DRX Gen G, it's just nigh impossible to predict what the hell is going to happen to the rest of the teams when they face off against one another.
Never. Yeah.
And even then, Gen G thrown into question after their series yesterday. But we'll zoom back in over onto the stage because we're obviously not done yet. Talon did elect to go for Pearl. That's them securing their map pick. Now they can take it to split. Paperrex identifying some weaknesses, also showing plenty of strengths in their own play in the past on this map. Can they take down Talon? Because you have to expect that Talon coming in not going to be running triple duelists. We don't have Sushi Boys in the play yet. They're probably going to be playing something a lot more safe, a lot more conservative. But have they fixed and shored up their issues to be able to get this map cleanly to find a 2-0?
With two teams like this being this close, that pistol round is going to be so important. I'm curious who's going to win that, but I'm also curious if Talon loses that pistol round, will they camp and spawn again?
Oh my god.
I forget what side select they have.
Yeah,
if they're on the defending side, maybe they just go for that again. But Paperrex will probably be a little bit more prepared for it this time.
I mean, no, what's going to happen is they're going to run to the side and be like, oh my god, they're not camping at their own spawn.
No, they're at our spawn. No, I'm kidding.
Dua-dualis lagi berarti cuy ya.
Where we really expect a lot out of Paperrex, knowing that they play this style, knowing that they always go for this double duelist. We saw this last week against Global. Meanwhile, it's a new look for Talon. They're trying something more standard, something more reserved, a little bit more controlled. Perhaps, maybe, they might just take this home.
They may be able to do it. We'll have to just wait and see. Sageless on either side. Pad back over to the KO. Something that we have seen him pick up in his big lexicon of agents that he's played so far here in
Talon ini bang. Jangan dong anjing.
Here today. But the players are ready to jump into the action. The 2-0 on the horizon. We'll see if Talon can close it out or Paperrex can fire back. We'll go ahead and hand this over to your casters. Valdez.
Gue nggak tahu sih. Harusnya ini mapnya Talon sih.
Thank you, Deskers. We are once again Valdez and William, and this is going to be game number 2 of Talon up against Paperrex. Paperrex losing that one 11-13. Their coach wants revenge.
Yes,
they all want revenge, but Talon might not let them.
They might not. I mean, we see the prep they've done on Pearl. The Desk was touching upon that as well. I mean, surely they've shored up their split now. They've shown it twice so far. Once against DRX, which I know Achilles likes to forget about. And then of course against Global Esports. They weren't good showings, neither of them. I mean, even if we don't count the DRX one with the triple duelist composition, they changed it up here, bringing out the same comp as today, and they still only got, I believe, 6 rounds against Global. See if that changes today, as we do have Jit Boys playing the Astra and
Main doang guys.
Yeah, gonna get pretty interesting here. We have
sekarang jadi ganti gini guys, splitnya guys, ganti mainan doang tuh.
Cruz hopping onto the Astra. We have seen the KO before from Pat, as was mentioned. So
ini Paperrex tadi mapiknya si Talon, cok. Bener, buat Talon kuat juga di Pearl, cuy.
We'll have to see if it works out for them. They will have double flashes available with the KO in the sky.
Mereka main satu duelis ya.
They're just gonna send it. They've got double blast packs here from Garnett's. One's already down on the floor. There is the high angle flash drive, and he can't get the first kill.
Nice banget Jason anjing.
We're up. Does spot a couple of guys at least. Says
nice banget, cok. Udah super nice banget.
Some extra action, something with the second kill. It's now Pat finally able to pick off one. Chip Boys as well, making it interesting. Pat gets another. They take out Jing. And now it's all up to Mindfreak.
Mindfreak again, but here's the thing. Jit Boys hiding in that little nook right in the center of A main. That changed everything. That provided a crossfire, double angle for Talon as Paperrex aggresses forward. And now Mindfreak. Jit Boys is low, but it's still a 2v1.
Alright, gonna play some stars, see what he can see. Finds one. And gets flashed immediately.
That wastes all the time he had on his own utility.
Yep. Gets sucked in, and that's going to be the pistol round. Going over to Talon. They did, if you guys remember, they lost the first one, but they won the second one, which actually started off their big comeback on the attacker side of Pearl. And now they're going to start off with a win here on Split. As that one over the top.
I didn't even see Forsaken there for a second, but I guess Pat did. Gets the kill clean. Right above the Nebula. Pat's dialed in, Jet Boy's dialed in. I mean, quite frankly, everyone on the side of the Talon. Last time they were playing, most of the players not able to perform. Really only Garnets and Pat putting up some numbers.
Mau defender nih, mau defender coy ya. Kalau attackernya bau nih susah nih guys.
Beginning to find their footing here in BC Pacific. Bruce talked a lot about their mindset coming into their last match, which they were able to win, and perhaps that change in mindset and a bit more comfort is leading to them actually playing 100% of their game, which is exactly what you need against a team like Paperrex.
Yeah, I mean, again, we can just tell, even if we can't hear it all the time or understand all of their comms, the comms seem to be a lot more in tune. They're using the map in a much wider sense, especially compared to Paperrex, who does like to slightly tunnel vision, trust their aim maybe just a bit too much. Now on Pearl, of course, that was partly the composition with Phoenix. This time things are different. Something does have that Marshall.
Okay, that's not gonna work out for him.
Dapat sih hit tapi enggak ya?
It's not gonna grant him a kill or anything like that. We do see Talon is hanging around B, but they are actually pushing out now and rotating. Sting spotting Cruz.
Yeah, not sure if this is the area you go into though when you have the longer weapons. You gotta expect that. A nice swing out from Mindfreak as well, and Jing!
Let's go!
Guys, Jing's just gonna win this with a shorty. Device got one as well. He's spotted though. They are able to take him out. Jing also does get paint shelled in there, but that's already 3 kills. Something on the back of the site. Maybe he makes some magic happen. He's got a classic now, gets one.
But time.
Traded.
He has to hold it.
Has to hold it.
Forsaken knows this.
Oh, all he knows is there.
Yeah, they gotta expect each other. Forsaken will get it right through the corner.
And that's gonna do it for that round. PRX
dapat vandal lagi guys, main guys.
And pick up a thrifty to make things interesting already at the beginning of the second map.
Well, you know, as soon as I talk about, you know, them using their map a lot wider, they use it too much, perhaps, on a round when, but they didn't need to. I mean, the fact of the matter is they already kind of made up their mind that they wanted to go to the B-site, and I know that, you know, they got stopped. They're like, oh, maybe it's a stack. That's Paperrex's style. So they want to rotate, but going through vents when you know it's going to be shorties and classics everywhere. What a risky move.
Langsung full buy anjir mereka.
Also, it starts
full buy-nya masih kaya si Jason ya.
You're making noise. It's very easy for Jing to just sit there and poke out exactly at the right time and just get a bunch of shotgun shells into you as Mindfreak is going to be isolated.
Gua nggak ngerti lagi dah kenapa begitu si Pike, Cok.
A bit of a, I mean,
gua nggak ngerti deh guys. Itu apaan jumping apa itu cuy?
Close against the corner, and that is going to be a vandal picked up for Pat.
It's going to make things very interesting. They have a lot of ways to enter sites, obviously. They still have Fox and Pat alive. And multiple flashes, 3 still held on to right now. So you have definitely ways to initiate onto these ones. Or maybe you just get sprayed down in mid.
Emang Pike nggak pakai ini loh, Cok. Nggak pakai utility, nggak Pike guys anjir.
Jing is a man of taste, going for the Dance Fever or whatever it is this version is on the RES compared to the Knockout. See if he gets that finisher. No, he will not.
Let's go!
No, Forsaken just gonna take that one down as PRX 2 in a row.
Now that was, you know, eventually that kind of
bisa guys. Jing panas nih.
For Talon. So nothing too lost on that round itself, as they did get drifted in the round before. But now they do want to climb back. I mean, I'm sure they were very happy to get that pistol. We talked about it all the time.
Bang Yoko, kamu beda bang, lagi di rumah orang guys, numpang.
On the attacking side. Now it was their choice though, so clearly I think they have an idea of if we can just, you know, get a certain number of rounds, we'll be able to get through on the defensive side.
Absolutely, we'll have to wait and see if they can get any more.
Ini kalau lawan Kayo nih nggak enak banget, Cok.
Take off with this one as well, which is kind of what we saw in map 1, obviously on opposite sides.
Kalau nggak salah si U-nya Paperrex satu orang itu deh.
Tapping the orb and they trade 2 for 2.
Skill mereka lebih banyak, Cok. Mereka 3 orang.
Yeah, the Seeker's online though for Fox, so that will give them the information that we have members here. They now see all the Seekers going up through heaven. Oh, and they were trying to plant Cruz all the way deep in A site for a second option, but he gets taken out. They have to now go to B. Now these Seekers already, I mean, all Forsaken has to do is follow his own Seekers all the way here to B site.
That's exactly what he'll do. The retake Looking to come on in. The shot into the Seeker. Jipboy's going to back off, but he's alone now. Picks up one.
Nice.
And will not get a second. I see a stun on the backside of that. PRX, 3 in a row.
Talon trying to rush their steps just a tad bit is what it feels like, even when tapping the ult orb. Having both members holding a closer angle, trying to expect
mereka terakhir 3 orang anjir.
Didn't expect the close range.
Nice timing Jason sumpah anjir.
I mean, of course, part of that is hindsight, but you gotta
Davai panas nih guys, Davai panas nih guys.
Mapnya Davai nih guys. Pearl, right, where they're really setting up for
Mapnya Davai nih bos.
Has to come online just a bit quicker on a map like Split.
Yeah. Fox gonna. Okay.
All right.
Birds on the loose. And now, Talon pushing through mid into vents. Jing now pushing out here himself.
Yeah, a bit of over-aggression considering you're the one with the rifles, but obviously on a map like Split, you can't blame them too much. They have pulled back in time. Now this is the type of change you want to see from Paperrex. They didn't silo themselves into a main. They pushed them out, and then they regained control of Heaven, and during that, look at the middle of the map. They chose to push out a B main at the same time, but Garnets wins that duel. That changes everything.
It's a massive start. He gets his ultimate. Now they're looking to actually push here onto the A side as Pac gets another. That's a headshot there. Forsaken tries to shore it up for the team, but they're already on the site, and this is going to make things very interesting. Jipboys goes down essentially for free as the spike is planted.
The no command comes out, but again, it's a rough post-plant position. They're all stuck in elbow, but Fox gets one.
Nice one.
How do they keep doing this? 3 headshots with the Sheriffs in a row. Fox on the backside. He's very low.
Nice.
So low, in fact, that he will be taken out.
Retake, sumpah.
As Talon tries to make it interesting, they take 3 rifles away, but Paperrex inevitably will take
kita
down.
Dari Bandung melama live nggak bang? Mungkin live guys kalau nggak capek ya.
Oh, a rough one. I mean, that was... You saw some signs of life, some signs of hope here for Talon to try to strike back. Now, the rifles being taken away. We're already in that position of the map where Paperrex have kind of run away to the bank with their creds.
Paling serem-serem amat sih Arif
Too much. But, I mean, again, I think one thing we can take away is Talon is not going to shy away from these aim duels against Paperrex, right? I mean,
kamu sangat percaya bang. Jason bilang, come on man, come on.
They're happy to go for these headshot battles, and they'll win a fair share of them.
Guys, ayo dukung Paperrex cok, biar kita bisa satu sama, lalu gue off stream, lalu kalian nonton sendiri, lalu 2-1 guys untuk Paperrex ya.
Well, they're going to be running straight into something who's picked up an operator. He's holding a very thin angle here on the backside of the site, but...
Oh no, it doesn't tag anybody. Oh, they think they can just rush in, Garnets.
Well, Shorty, he gets one and he gets out. That is
nice one.
On the push. Cosmic Divide is in and Talon is as well, but... Now up a man are Paperrex.
So they'll be able to get the plant, but it's going to be a 5v4 on the retake here in favor of Paperrex. And the positions, they can only hold on to Garage, but even then, you have Fox constantly watching behind.
Goes Jing, he's able to pick off one, but traded. Talon in the smoke as someone's up in the sky. Something as the... oh no, he isn't able to hit the sortie shots, and down he goes to Mind Freak from up top. Paperrex holding on to their lead.
Iko padahal musuhnya kan enggak dibeli deh.
Something with a great sacrificial updraft up there, drawing the crosshairs of 2 people actually, and that allows him to continue to stay on top of the trades. Again, I mean, that's why the numbers matter. 5v4, if you start trading 1 by 1, you're always going to have the last one alive. Paperrex happy to go for that. Now,
Bang Rio di Warnet FTH, yoi. Nah, temot. Dah, Talon lu ya, temot lu ya.
Not sure if that was a choice or if they were just busy kind of celebrating the round win. We'll have to wait and see.
He was holding. I thought maybe they just weren't able to find it or something.
Perhaps, yeah. Now, again, that's one of those rounds where obviously we can say this in hindsight, but it goes to show that Talon is rushing things a bit. They go for the guiding light, which I don't believe would have checked all the way back side, right?
Match pertama berapa bang? 13-11.
And around the pillar. It couldn't have checked every single angle. One single guiding light just cannot
sampai
do
map 3
that.
bang, gak enak coy di studio orang coy.
Okay, no one's close, so they send Garnets in, but that's plenty of time for someone to have gone in.
Terus kan off stream aja map 3-nya guys ya. I'm so sorry, I need to go guys, I need to go.
Walk into it, gets taken out with the shorty.
And that made all the difference in the world on the retake. As Paperrex relatively cleanly are able to get the win. two guys as you're sitting a lot. It's good to take a stand, stretch your legs.
Besok masih di Bandung kan? Masih dong.
That knows all about that. So should you guys.
Yeah, it's very, very important to remember.
You don't want to be sitting for too long in a row.
Not good for your health, which obviously that's how you
Bang Opi udah balik kan Bang? Udah.
in the long run.
Lagi di depan.
Stay healthy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Ayolah cuy, tolonglah Paperrex. Stay. Kalau gue berharap sih Paperrex santai. Relax ya, relax. Menangan 5 round, nyantai, nggak pernah jangan blunder kan defender ya, jangan overpick. Kill 1 mundur.
That was only 2 rounds ago that he used his first one, or 3 rounds ago.
Mid. Just thrown down. Something very aggressive angle out here. Sees an elbow, misses.
Oh, a nice jump peek though, but a nice counter flash coming out from Forsaken. They're both able to save themselves. However, that means Paperrex is the last one laughing because they still hold control.
Yeah. Meanwhile, it's gonna say Dings hanging out up here.
Jangan taruh banyak buang utility, coy.
Out. Last pack out.
So look at this on the minimap. While we're paying attention to all this utility being traded, they're sending Jip Boys in to fish for information on B to see if they can eventually rotate. But something says, you know what? That's fine. I'll hold this. I've already backed out. You guys hold that side with your utility. Paperrex actually just going in and making the call that there's no noise. Let's make sure that it's not a B hit. Forsaken now checks with the guiding light. Talon doesn't mind being tagged by that, but the thing is Jip Boys cannot get all the information on his own.
Has some good information. The push is going to be coming in onto the A site. There's only one guy who is Forsaken on the backside here. He's going to spot one.
Yeah, Garnets hasn't checked Forsaken just yet.
Nice one.
Oh, clean.
And they're not in the site yet. They haven't been able to push. They don't control heaven either.
Oh boy. Now they're just getting ransacked here on the site. Something picks up an operator kill.
Nice.
And only Fox is able to get the one here for the side of Talon.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, yeah, Jip Boys will get a kill for his troubles, but the rest of
the
team already
menang guys.
down. Nice pop flash as well. Oh, Forsaken took that a little personally there.
Nah, Jason tuh main tuh flashnya bagus.
While Jip Boys just be happy to save that one.
OP beli lagi aja guys, beli lagi aja. Kecil. OP jatuh lagi bang, tapi dapat kill 1 kok, lumayan.
This all starts after a pistol round win from Talon.
Well, you know, Talon
banget abangku Forsaken ya guys, 6-1 guys, let's go. Jangan di comeback lagi aja ya, ini 6-0 di comeback nih. Itu momentumnya di keep terus kayak gitu terus guys, jangan sampai over ya. Jangan blunder. Soalnya nggak ada ini kan, apa nggak ada sentinel.
Taken down 7 times in a row. Only 6. We'll see if that changes. PRX are going to be looking for more. Something not even hit that shot once again. Well, he shuts me up, gets the second shot.
Yeah, instant redemption, and now his teammates all here, but something's still the one picking up the kills himself.
And that should be good enough. Jip Boys has 16 health, Garnets has a Sheriff. So, yeah, they're just hanging out here. Maybe they can get some pickoffs. It's not going to happen. This is looking flawless. Garnets being sprayed down. He actually picks up 2, but still, 7 in a row. To the side of
Paperrex. Kenapa Bang Rio ada live stream guys?
All right, Talon. I mean, you now have your Seekers, right? That's one more.
7-1, let's go. Ada ulti. Aduh, nggak ada ulti. Kalau dari Paperrex nggak ada ulti, tapi dari si Talon ada 2 ulti ya.
Just admire these crazy plays from something. But man, Talon, they've got to sort this thing out. I mean, they've actually been kind of doing what Paperrex was showing us on their defensive side on Pearl, which is always a 4-1 split. Eventually, just buy for that rotate, and Paperrex is ready for it.
Nice banget.
Can't land the shots. James is going to take him down. Something gets a free pick in mid once again. Make it 2. As ZOWIE is getting another elsewhere on the map, and Paperrex are really just smothering them out now.
Nice one.
It is not close anymore, William.
Yeah, I mean, and quite literally, too. Look at where all the deaths are. I mean, Talon haven't really made any progress towards the site here. Finally, Pat will be able to get into the site for free, but that should just, yeah, he smells it. That means there's more coming from the other side.
Butuh, nice banget.
Instead of getting onto the site for free, he elects to come back and gets taken out by Mind Freak. So,
guys, 10-1 yuk. Gila main cepet guys, pintar banget. Tahu aja dia respect streamer guys ya.
The first round, Pearl,
respect streamer lagi di rumah orang guys.
They barely got the win. They avoided overtime.
Something panas dong.
With the 13 to
9 semua ini kan rata killnya guys ya.
Just proving that they are the stronger team on split at least. The much stronger team.
Yeah, I mean, you can't put it any other way. This looks very
Tolong
one-sided.
Riot belikan something skin. Dia nggak pernah pakai skin, Cok. Pakai skin malah kalah dia.
Remaining 3 rounds for us to say, okay, there's a good chance.
Ayo, halo Jur.
If it goes to 9-3, I would have to say that it's not looking good for Talon, especially when we know what Paperrex can do when they sit in the driver's seat on the attacking side as ZOWIE just gets 2 kills in a row.
No shots, not a single one landed. Finally one through the smoke. He's gonna take him out as Fox. Once again, between a rock and a hard place. He's got a 4K, but look at it come out here. Something with the one.
Oh,
180 no scope, I guess. I don't know. That was just, he's kind of just styling on them now.
Oh, you don't have to do him dirty like that. Wow. Just making sure he can set himself up for the kill with a shorty, obviously operator in his other hand. I mean, here's the thing. A lot of people were saying after the first map, you know, maybe Paperrex just disrespecting Talon a bit too much, but then you see plays like this, and you can't blame them. They just feel that they are supposed to be the stronger team, the better players.
Itu montek guys, emang itu montek guys. Bukannya itu menghindari biar nggak ditembak kepalanya ya kalau ngadep ke bawah ya.
I think it was pretty shocking for a lot of people that they even dropped the first map, but Talon was able to fight back. Not the same story. Talon, they've got 5 ultimates. They have rifles. All of them have full armor. If you're going to win a round before the half, this is the one.
Yes.
So,
yeah, I mean, this is the one chance you get.
It. Then I'm really scratching my head.
Yeah,
mereka tahan banget guys ya.
Wise in the next round. I mean, maybe you keep your ultimates, but that would just mean that you didn't have a chance to use
ultinya
this
langsung kepake tuh. Nah, ini kalau harusnya bisa menang si Talon sih. Soalnya punya 5 ulti nih guys.
As well. I mean, the comms are not as clean as we were praising them to be on Pearl.
It may not mean much to the dog, to the Trailblazer, but it does tell a story. As okay, taking out a rocket as Garnets, he's gonna get the kill. It's actually very impressive. Dodges the flash mostly as something on the back of the site here. He's got an angle.
Gets one.
Paint shells. Now he's against the wall, taking out Fox. Able to get one.
Keluar smoke-nya aneh-aneh banget,
This
Cok.
was the round for Talon if they were going to get another one.
Well, 3 ults invested.
Oke, 4 ulti mereka ya.
Losing another rifle more than anything just to prove that they can take these rounds. They just needed to take some time to sort out Paperrex. Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, ZOWIE might as well go for this, but the triple stack a little bit too much for him on 33 health. Talon finally back onto the board. Let it be known that Talon will not lose 10 rounds in a row this time on this map. It's different from Pearl.
Yeah, different circumstances. Well, we'll see. I mean, if they can make it a 9-3, yeah, we can talk about the first. We can grasp at all these strands of silver linings here for Talon, but first they'll have to get there. Now, they did save 2 ultimates, and it looks like it's just going to be another call. Just go straight for B, put up the Cosmic Divide, put up the pit, and then let's hold. But something, he knows this is coming. He doesn't want to give space. All right, early Cosmic Divide first.
Raid in once again, just trying to root out Mindfreak and something who have been playing on the backside of that site.
The pit has to go up. Yeah, you cannot save this. Pat even waiting for the peek out from Mindfreak. Very well read.
Here he comes. It's Mr. Shorty.
There's a lot of smokes to hide in, thanks to the pit.
Oh, pops out, doesn't commit to it. He's back into the pit.
Yeah, but Pat's actually going to get a kill over onto Jing as well as he's trying to exit the site. Something does find one for his troubles, but they still can't find the Viper. Oh, Cruz in a shorty battle.
Nice one,
takes the risk here.
They got him.
Now, they were doing this to set up the flank for Fox, but there is a little bit of suspicion on Paperrex's minds, but not in time.
Not in time. Third round taken by Talon. And 9-3 is the score.
Punya ulti padahal loh. Si siapa tadi tuh nggak dipakai ultinya, Cok?
Shall we split defender-sided map? 9-3 curse. Talon, they've got 2 more rounds in a row.
Yeah, they're playing single duelist. Their comp is better for defense.
Is there a chance? Not sure.
You know, some fans perhaps saying, I mean, is there a chance for Paperrex to win? You know, all these signs, mystical signs pointing in the direction of Talon here, but the stats will tell you it does look rather tough.
You know, it's interesting here in Pacific, Split, you know, has been played 10 times.
Masa iya bang? Iya nggak mungkin lah.
Actually 53%.
Yes.
Lu di Thailand ya Bang Rio? Iya tahu aja lo.
It's not what it's supposed to happen, we should say.
Kan gue lain lah kok hai ha.
That maybe our teams are
bro, ini taker side, 2 duelist harusnya bisa ya guys ya.
Other regions, but at the same time, you know, that doesn't really change the map, right? So
yeah, I mean, by nature, even after the changes, I think the hard stats.
Dava udah panas banget coy, padahal coy, membalas kekalahan di tadi coy.
Now when Split first came back, even over at Walken and such, we did see attackers doing very well. I think that comes down to the nature of the teams who prepped it, picked it. They usually came with double duelists to overcome the tendencies of the map, and so they were kind of skewing the stat line a bit. Now as more teams, more people grooving to the beat. I know.
Pas opening bangsa. Kenapa emang openingnya guys?
One fan asking what the halftime music was and they couldn't Shazam it.
PRX 2-0, minus 2-1, anjir.
Here's 5 seconds for you to figure out what this tune is. No, we can't not talk for 5 seconds. That's just bad broadcasting. You get 3, that's all you get.
I was okay with it. I was grooving out to the beat.
Ada Easter egg anjing bangsat.
But they probably used the 3 seconds you gave them to pull their phone
out.
Kenapa
selalu terakhir sih bang kalau lawan jago malah yang gampang nggak tahu kenapa gue juga.
To figure out the song.
Well, let this be a lesson in life. You always got to be ready for the chance. It's like when you're opping, right?
Yeah.
You can't not scope in and just wait
Jing
and eventually scope in when you're ready to fight.
Lu kenapa dah?
Some more Jing fans in the crowd as well. Well, Jing, see if he can put up the numbers that fans expect him to here this time. Not the greatest of starts, but of course playing that raise on defense.
Ya pistoran yuk, menangin yuk.
Time for him to shine alongside.
Kalah pistoran kita menangin guys ini guys.
What he can do with that raise.
Yep. Let's see how this one is going to go. The pistol round, if it gets taken by Paperrex, I would expect them to run away with this one extremely quickly. Jokes aside, as here comes Paperrex, Swift onto the B site. As Garnet's going to be the first blood.
Nice one,
meanwhile, something trades it back
nice
real
on.
quick. Forsaken
Nice
up top
on.
gets
Sumpah Jason something nih emang beda cuy.
The Nebula.
A classic spam into the smoke and you're still getting 2 kills.
Nggak di cover anjing lagi
What an
ngeplan.
impressive play.
Astaga.
Chance here, Pat. Oh no, now it's up to Fox. Up top, he's up against 2, has a good idea where they are, but
oh, he's afraid of a potential lurk here coming out from Dubai. I don't think that pinged. I was talking over it, but I don't think it quite catches him. So Fox riding Heaven off, just expecting both of them to be here and main potentially. Oh, now he spots him.
Nice one.
A little bit too little, too late. Divide is able to put the final bullet in.
Benkai ya, iya Benkai sekarang udah jarang main dia. Benkai main kayak cuma di fracture doang deh.
Be able to move this into 11-3. Remember that Talon did drop the second round after winning the pistol round on attack.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a map to do so. Oh, great consistency for Forsaken. And you know, he was spamming through it, but not frantically, just making sure he can.
Benkai sendiri bang, nggak ada gitu cowok. Nggak ada cosplay lagi dari Benkai tuh bang, ada dong.
What else can we say?
Yeah. It all comes down to that. As the buy here for Talon is 2 shorties. 3. Okay.
Alright, well, 3
Anjir, Vandal langsung cowok, Vandal, Phantom, Vandal sama Phantom langsung guys, kalau kalah selesai sini.
Don't want to greet Christmas early, no presents for us. Just gonna plant the spike.
Yep.
Well, now the big question is, as Taste is wondering, will Talon eventually all die to the spike? Does
Jadi dia udah fight sekarang bang, yoi.
Well,
risky.
Yeah, they're right around the corner. This is a lot of damage already put in. You might as well look for kills almost as Paperrex.
Well, I think Talon kind of wants to bait that though. They're trying to close the distance and they still cannot finish a single kill with the 2 shorties that they held on to.
Yeah.
Oh,
let's go.
Boy.
Pretty straightforward.
Kalau public round gua masih pakai ghost. Itu iya sih.
And
oh,
come on.
Wow, what a read.
Sometimes you just... Oh, no!
Let's go!
Boys.
Oke, let's go.
Paperrex 2 away from forcing it.
Let's go.
Looking extremely like.
Tuh, mereka dapat poinnya tuh. Walaupun mereka kalah, tapi poin mereka tuh plus terus. Coba plusnya banyak banget anjir.
It has to start now for Talon in the bonus round.
Yeah, we've seen the crazy comebacks happen before. Don't need to tell fans otherwise. I mean, all sorts of things can happen here in Valorant, and of course now with the rifles in
let's go, guys.
Talon, we'll see what they can do. They are on that defensive side. They have the KO as well.
See that?
Nih, udah sama-sama baik guys ya.
Having a great time. Just here to watch some Valorant and to groove to the sound of your team winning over and over and over again.
All right. Well, Paperrex, they've spread out entirely across the whole map. And that does mean that they're individually getting into these fights.
Pretty aggressive push through the screen there for Jing. He will be punished. Just run straight into 2 people. Not really much he could do about that after making the committal.
But look at Talon's setup as well, right? I mean, this toxic screen just so they can eventually take back Heaven. He's even gonna peek out a little bit to try to help out Cruz, but he's a little too late. Cruz does get taken down.
Nice one.
Ryan Fox gets that.
Okay, let's go. 3 lawan 3 yuk, bisa yuk. Winnable.
The plans here for the side of Paperrex. Mindfreak waiting.
I've got your train.
Kita dapat dia ulti Jason, lumayan banget dia dapat intro, Cok.
Try to strike Mindfreak before the Seekers arrive. They've both been spotted. Mindfreak, he's just buying time. Something now providing the crossfire as well. They know there's 2.
Oh, and he just pokes out. He's not wasting any time. And now they're just gonna dive on top of Garnets and not give him much time. Here's Chip Boys. He's got a chance, a very small chance. 1v2, tries to get it back to the site. He does.
Oh,
and this is...
I mean, they have it lined up. Okay, he's gonna get the half first.
I guess they don't. He's holding it! He's holding it! The spray! Oh, he just barely gets it! As that was so close, Chip Boys with nearly a heroic defuse, but now Talon are against the ropes. PRX looking to run away with this one real quick.
Yeah, almost actually working out that they didn't hit him at all in the first, spray. Chip Boys thinking that maybe then he'll have a chance to be able to just hold it all the way through.
Let's go something sih, bos.
Forsaken saves just enough bullets to jump into the Nebula. Paperrex looking a lot more relieved.
Oke guys, map ketiga nonton di Sulis ya guys ya. Nah guys, map ketiga nonton di Sulis guys ya.
Even the desk talking about Alex, the coach here at Paperrex, maybe he did say something just perfect enough to send them over the edge to really start performing at full tilt, and they're looking real good now as Tip Boys holding on here barely on the B site, gonna force them out as another kill in mid.
Kena Iko lagi, Cok.
Interesting.
Yeah, Talon's movement this round looks great. Right as soon as he hears the strike coming in, it's actually going to be Garnett countering the hard entry from Paperrex with his own flight path to shake up their crosshair.
Cuma 2 map doang kok guys. Gue mau cabut lagi soalnya gue masih di rumah orang ya.
He's already in. Oh, but now he lets himself know, and we can see it in the mini screen. Now everyone really hunting him down.
Pretty literally everybody. I mean, they're all looking over there at the B site. So now it's Jing. He's going to reveal himself too. 1v5.
Well, Talon, they can tie, together these flawless rounds. That would be one way to make a incredible, miraculous comeback. Oh, the timing's in his favor.
Gives it the old college try, but not good enough.
Udah vlognya udah siapkan tapi belum loh, orang masih di record di sini.
They're back on the board once again, but
nggak mungkin dong, comeback dong, nggak mungkin dong.
Rex did 10, or I guess the 9 on the defender side.
Yeah, anything's possible here. Now, we do have to remember the Sabaton Pearl as well, where Talon was winning rounds but losing weapons, so they were never able to fully stabilize economically.
Udah overtime matamu. Bami kekecilan gak bang? Enggak kekecilan guys. Gue emang ini guys, emang apa? Ngomongnya pelan aja.
Looking extremely likely at this point. Something wants to put the nail on the coffin as he and the Trailblazer go in together. Fire in the hole. Jing looking for a target. There's nobody here. They have cleared the site. Have Talon, they will let them plant.
Now, they can't fully take control of screens yet. That's why they're vying for that rivalry. Meanwhile, Mindfreak making sure he doesn't give up ramp entirely, but the retake very possible here.
Something udah nggak seserem dulu dah.
The big question is ZOWIE, he's actually going to try to flank all the way through mid. PRX just has to get enough time
bannya ini guys, bannya bocor.
He's going real slow too. That's the first hit from Forsaken as Garnett on the backside here. Something gets a knife in, but trade it back and a lot of action in main. The Seekers are out.
Oh, but the Seekers will spot him. Something, he now knows he needs to buy even more time. He's gonna get one!
It's huge, and Tip Boys again, he's left alone.
He knows heaven.
Fights one. Kill. Needs one more. There's not enough time. He has to hold it. That's gonna do it. 13-4. PaperRex are gonna strike back. And they strike back hard with a very decisive win.
Satu sama PaperRex mengendalikan keadaan dan kita akan lanjut di live streaming Sulis. Mohon maaf nggak bisa sampai full banget nontonnya guys. I'm so sorry karena gue harus cabut lagi guys, masih di Bandung, masih di rumah orang. Thank you banget Bang Opi udah nyediakan tempat untuk aku bisa nobar 2 map guys. Oke teman-teman, thank you banget ke Spicy You guys, ke Spicy You ya nih. Pindah ke Spicy You guys ya. Guys, pindah ke Spicy You guys ya. Guys, pindah ke Spicy You guys ya, oke. Let's go, Cici. Bantuin ya Ci ya. Pindah ke Spicy You guys. Thank you teman-teman yang nonton. Sampai jumpa di next live streaming. Rio signing out.